Greetings, people. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. So, as I wait for people to come through, as I wait for people to join, and very soon the numbers will start popping up. The former lion killer, or should we still address you as the lion killer? Or should we put a former as a
I'm
prefix
still
to
the
the lion
lion
killer?
killer. I'm still the lion killer.
You're still the lion
Yeah,
killer. Which lions
I'm
are you
still.
killing these days? Which
Oh
lions
my
are you
God!
killing these days?
But by the time we move on, you're gonna know some lions that has gone down. You know.
Okay, as time passes, we'll get to know the nature of
Yeah,
lions that you are savaging out there.
yeah.
No, it is well. Greetings, my people. It's Mr. PDT right here. As you join, please indicate where you're watching from and do the right thing at the right time before you do anything. Like this video, share this video. Let's make sure that it reaches the audience that we intend for it to reach. Tell me where you're watching me from. Tell me where you're catching me live from so that I can know the demographics of my audience. Greetings, I'm watching you from France. How are you doing, my people in France? Hey, which lion has he killed? Okay, he's going to answer all those questions in due course. And in the meantime, let's wait for my people to come through so that we can get into it. I believe most of you have so many questions for the Akara hole, the old firewood. And this is the right time for us to cross-examine him in as much as he will be giving us his 2 cents concerning the recent case of Daniel and the wife. And of course, there's no way we can bring him on this platform and we don't ask him, the hard questions, and we don't ask him the reason why he stepped aside from the case of baby testimony. I think he has his own justification as to why he sidelined, why he had to, keep his space. To those of you who do not know the Akara Ho, the lion killer, I'm going to give him an opportunity for him to explain himself and tell you about himself before we start getting into himself. So in the comments, do let me know where you're watching me from. And as you are joining, do hit the like button, do share the video so that we get into it as soon as possible. Tell me where you're watching me from. Tell me where you're watching me from. I'm watching you from the United States of Nigeria. How is it going in Nigeria? I'm watching you from Zambia. Yeah, some names that I'm seeing here, they are so hard to pronounce. Please, Mr. PDT, ask him hard questions that we need to know answers for. Definitely, we are going to see today if he is really a lion killer, because we are going to bring him to the show and make him answer the questions that we intend to have answers to. I'm watching you from Zambia. Hello, precious daddy. Hello, how are you? I'm watching you from Liberia. I'm sure he had a network issue, but he's going to come back anytime from now. Hello, I'm watching you from Italy. I'm watching you from United Kingdom. Greetings, my people. I'm watching you from Congo. This man makes me laugh hard. Very funny, man. I'm watching you from Spain, watching you from Madrid, Spain, watching you from Abuja, Nigeria, watching you from South Africa, watching you from Maryland. Oh, I think I have quite a number of people now. So we might as well get into it. To those of you who do not know the lion killer, he is the disciple, the official disciple of Apostle Johnson Suleman. Am I correct? Or you're a spiritual son? Is there a difference?
I'm a spiritual son
Not a
of
disciple.
Apostle Johnson Suleman.
And
I'm
you
not
are
a
a proud.
disciple.
So
I'm
I
a
would
proud
say,
son. I'm a proud son of Apostle Dr. Johnson Suleman. A
okay, let
proud
me just
son.
ask you a simple question because you mentioned it. Why did you choose Suleman of all spiritual fathers out there to be your spiritual father? Is it personal or you can share it with the public?
Okay, the reason why I choose Apostle Johnson Suleman is one man that have a biblical knowledge and understanding about the word of God. If you watch him, it's not as if he does not prophesy, but he dwells more on preaching the Bible. And you know me, I'm the preaching catalyst, the preaching encyclopedia. Any pastor who don't know how to preach the Bible cannot be my friend. Anything you are doing outside the word of God, if you don't know the word of God, it irritates me. You can be you can be good in prophecy, you can be good in miracles, you can be good in whatsoever, but once you cannot preach the word of God, man, I'm not close to it. So I got attracted to him by the way he preached the word of God. That is it.
Oh, so that's why you did not go and submit under Jeremiah Motor for fame.
Yeah, I might say I was never close to Prophet Jeremiah. I'm not, you know, everybody have his own fan and superstar, people you look up to, you understand? The Apostle John Suleman have my type of ministry, like the preaching aspect, you understand? The one who call Jeremiah can be a teacher in a cool way, but Apostle John Suleman is a charismatic preacher. So I'm a charismatic preacher, so that attracts me to that area.
Okay, what about his recent scandals? What do you have to say about that as a spiritual son? Are these things that you believe are true, or as a son, you still come and say all those things are false?
Jesus said, if they do it to me, they will do it to you. In other words, if Jesus has scandal, anybody who is following Jesus' footsteps will have scandal.
Wait, let me hold you right there. Of all the accusations that were casted upon Jesus Christ, none of them had to do with the scandals that your father is being associated with. So when you try to defend your father, do not use Jesus as a reference, because the nature of the crucifixion or the nature of the accusations are totally different. Jesus Christ was never accused of any of the things that we are accusing your father, or that we are accusing Jeremiah Moto for fame, or that we are accusing any prophet under the sun.
Yeah, I want to say this, that the mission of Jesus Christ was a different mission, and the mission of Apostle John Suleman is a different mission. So the temptation Jesus went through, Apostle Suleman might not go through because the mission are not the same. But the Bible makes something clear that if he goes through tribulation and trials, we will go through it. Apostle John Suleman is going through his own, and he's through with it, and he's done with it. Now, I want to say this clearly. Somebody said a pastor slept with him, is coming out to confess. At the end, the person promised to provide some evidence which can actually. Now, I had an issue whereby I was seen in a video kissing a girl. When I saw it, I came out because there's an evidence. Even though if there's no evidence, as the lion killer, I will still come out and say, I did that. Though some people might say, oh, you will not come back if we didn't see the video. If the person come out and say, you kissed me at a certain point of a time, I will come out and say,
Oh, I think
the end you have. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, you were breaking, but I can hear you now.
Okay, if someone come out and said he want to give his life to Christ, and that he has some confession to make, that there was a time he slept with Apostle Suleman.
People, stop calling the lion killer. The lion
You
killer has some questions to answer here.
Now, is Apostle Suleman the first man who slept with you? So if you want to confess, why not come out and call the name of all the men who have slept with you, then include the name of Apostle Suleman to it, so that we can begin to say, oh, this person came out genuinely to confess his sin. But when you just wake up and say, oh, I'm a sinner, I want to confess, Apostle Suleman slept with me. So he have evil intention against the church. They are not doing it to fight Apostle John Suleman. They are doing it to fight the church. And we have been waiting. Every evidence, we wait for them to present it so that
we... You keep getting calls.
Yeah. You know, some people are funny. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I I stand to be corrected anytime, any day. Anybody who can prove me wrong that Apostle Johnson Suleman is guilty, give me an evidence. Give me an evidence and I will come back live and deny him before the whole world. It's as simple as that.
Okay,
For what
so
I know,
you are saying, so in other words, you are saying, of all the
he is
accusations, there is no piece
innocent
of evidence.
He is innocent of every allegation. Innocent. He must have trusted some people.
People, stop calling the lion killer. He's live. Why are you disrupting him? Let's just wait for his reconnection to bounce back before we get into the actual questions that we intend to ask him. It looks like his network is not stable and he's having some glitches, or this is normally caused by incoming calls while he's still alive. So let's just wait for him to come back and prove that he's still a lion killer. Let me go through some comments in the meantime. Kassy, have you attended Bible college? Dramatic people everywhere. Rat killer, not lion killer. The chicken killer is a liar. Chicken killers, cockroach killer, mosquito killers, not lion killers. Kassy, charlatan pass Suleman. Kassy trying to cover up for his fellow father. Kassy the blogger. Kassy the rabbit killer. So the man actually is probably having some network connection problems, but we'll wait to see if he comes back. We'll wait to see if he joins back, because he knows that it's going to be water. It's going to be fire. So he's probably getting calls that no, don't be there, don't don't be there don't be there because you're going to implicate yourself. Yeah, if you decide to come here, then you must be ready. You must be ready to answer all the questions that we will eventually start asking you, because we will ask all the questions that we need answers to. So as we wait for the lion killer to come back, and hopefully he's going to come back, you people, you tell me what you think about the recent case. The reason why I actually brought him, it was to question him, along the issue of, what's her name? Daniel's wife. Remember, he was implicated there. Remember, his name was called out there. And to also get into detail of his involvement with this very same Daniel's fiancée, Precious. Because according to Daniel, there was something that was going on between the two, between the duo. So that's what we just wanted him to clear the air on. That's the area we just needed his contribution into. Here, what is take, if there be need for him to clear his name or anything of that sort. So I can tell that he's having a network problem, but we wait. We are very patient people. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But I'm of the belief that the lion killer might have he might be experiencing some hardships in as far as his network is concerned. So let's wait and see what goes. Let's wait and see what goes. So I can see here saying that he's receiving calls. He's trying to silence all the calls on his phone so that he can join properly. Okay, there he is. He's back now.
Sorry for that. Yeah, I have to change the network. This is Nigeria. Everything is not real.
Oh, okay. No, perfect. So let me not dwell much on you and your spiritual father. The reason why I brought you here was I can hear myself.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, now I can. But I can hear myself.
Okay, let me log out and log in again.
Okay, sure. It seems like the network of Nigeria is affecting the lion killer, the Akara Ho. And we want to ask the Akara Ho, give him water. I promise you. I promise you. I go give the lion killer what. There he goes.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect. Now it's proper. Now it's stable. So the lion killer, let me start by asking you, should I start from the beginning or should I start with the issue of Daniel? You choose, because you're going to answer all the questions regardless.
Start from the beginning. I'm here.
From the beginning. Okay, let me draw you back. Let me pull you back a little bit. Mr. Apostle Kassy, the lion killer. You are one person we used to call the lion killer. And the reason why we used to call you the lion killer is because you used to fight for justice. You used to stand for, for the case of baby testimony. But all of a sudden, you made a U-turn. Do you have something that you need to share with people, the reason why you could have backslided, or the reason why you chose to ignore this case or to separate yourself from this case of baby testimony, Ruth Matthew and Jeremiah Omoto for fame?
Thank you. The issue of baby testimony was never the issue that made me the lion killer. What made me the lion killer is my ability to speak the truth, to say things the way they are, and not in fear of favor of anybody. So it was not the issue of baby testimony that made me the lion killer. I've been the lion killer for over 3 years. So
okay. So you've not answered my question. What made you step aside from the case of baby testimony? Do you agree with me that we used to sing the same song? We used to ask the same questions to Jeremiah Omoto for fame about the CCTV footage and about any other issue that concerned the case of baby testimony. All of a sudden, you separated yourself. What was the reason for that? What did you discover that we might not know, or that might also influence us to separate ourselves from the very same case?
Okay, I want to say this, that I have members who are looking up to me. I'm a pastor of a congregation who needs my attention every week. The issue of baby testimony was form of trying to affect the church, and it was not funny with the members. It was already affecting the church. I am not Mr. PDD, Mr. Pull the Trigger. Mr. Pull the Trigger does not have a church, does not have a congregation. Your congregation is on the social media space. Now, my members said, Pastor, please, anything, issues, police, and all that, we want you to please, we beg you to pull it out. That was number one. I have to pay attention to my congregation because I am a pastor of a congregation. My members were not comfortable with what was happening. And two, the issue was sounding as if I am an enemy to the church, which I am not. People feel that the issue of baby's testimony was being sponsored by me to bring down Prophet Jeremiah, which is not true. Now, for me to let the world know that it's not being sponsored by me, you are here. Many of the times you have heard the Marine bandit said that I was the one who gave you the case of baby testimony, which some persons still believe that theory. So I have to pull out to let the world know that I am not the one sponsoring the issue of baby testimony. I don't know anything about it. I only came in and said, well, the best way we should know if that baby came into that church or left is for us to see the CCTV camera footage. Number three, people were cashing out on me because a lot of people go to Prophet Jeremiah without telling him the truth. They went there with deceived in what they will get from him. Then in what they will get from him, by the time they go there, they will forge lie, rumors to make Prophet Jeremiah see that I am an enemy to him. I am ready to do anything to bring him down. So a lot of pastors were going there to cash out. A lot of people make sure and promise that they can even bring me down. I don't have bulletproof. I don't have security personnel. Everybody know what is happening in Nigeria. Now, the issue about me being a setup with a lady on a bar, if they were to shoot me, if they were to assassinate me, maybe by now I would be in the grave. So it was not funny going into all that. I have to, Bible say, be wise as a serpent and be humble as a dove. So I have to pull out for my members. I have to pull out for the body of Christ. I have to pull out for my personal security to prove a point that I am not against Prophet Jeremiah. I'm not planning the downfall of Prophet Jeremiah, and I am not against the Church of Jesus Christ.
Okay, so those are the main reasons why you pulled out from the case.
Yeah.
I can hear myself again. I don't know what happened with your network.
Maybe it's network. Let me leave and join again.
Okay. So according to the Lion Killer, he is saying that the reason why he left the case of baby testimony is because his members were giving him pressure. His members were no longer comfortable with him interfering with a case that seemed as if it was a fight against the Church of God, and it made it seem like it was a fight against Prophet Jeremiah Omoto for fame. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so your members were no longer happy, were no longer okay with their spiritual father, Apostle Dr. Kassy, advocating for baby testimonies justice. That's what you're telling me, right?
They were okay with it, but they were not okay with the insecurity. The insecurity, I was not secure, I was not safe, my life was on danger, and a lot of things were happening at the moment. There were a lot of things that took place that never surfaced on social media. Maybe by now I could have been a dead man, but I thank God for life. Those people who are in overseas might not know what is happening in Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is a lawless country. So I was not secure. So my member was not comfortable. We never knew who was the enemy. I never knew who is my enemy. I never knew if it was Prophet Jeremiah. If people are trying to say, okay, we can attack him because it seems as if he has issue with Prophet Jeremiah, so that they can say it is Prophet Jeremiah that attacked him, and so many things that was happening. So I just wanted to clear the air to know the enemy I was fighting at that time, because before the issue of baby testimony, there were a lot of pastors who has been exposed on my platform, and they sees me as a threat. So at that particular time, there were too many attacks coming, and I never knew who was attacking me.
So in other words, the case of baby testimony had put your life in danger, right?
The case of baby testimony did not put my life in danger. The case of baby testimony made my life to be in danger to people who I don't even know.
Do you see how you're hiding behind the finger right now?
I'm
and
not.
It's quite clear. You're hiding behind the finger. You said you were no longer secure. You had insecurities because enemies started mounting because you were advocating for baby testimonies justice. And there's only one team that can probably come after you because you're advocating for baby testimonies justice. Without us saying the name or the team that can be coming after you because of the case of the baby testimony, I'm sure you already know the team that I'm referring to.
You know, at this time, it was not the team you are thinking about.
Wait, was Jeremiah Omoto and his team after you because of the case of baby testimony?
Actually, a lot of people I never knew. When I was arraigned in court, it was not the issue of baby testimony. I was arraigned in court.
Before we get to court, you had already stepped aside from the case of baby testimony. Hence, I'm asking you, was Omoto Fofene and his team after you?
He was not after me. The reason why I say it was not after me, because he used the Nigeria police to bring me to book. And the issue went to court, where the court decided, and it was what happened in the court was not baby testimony. What happened in court was when I told him last year that he have retired armed robber in his church. That was the issue I was having in court.
I hear you, the lion killer, but I need a yes or no answer. Was Omoto Fofane and his team threatening your life? Were you not secure because Omoto and his team? Yes or no?
Yes, they were. They were.
Were they threatening your life?
Sure.
Oh, okay. So moving on. So which means one of the reasons why you sidelined from this case is because your life was practically in danger, right?
Sure.
For that, I don't blame you. And there's a reason why I don't blame you. There are a lot of people out there that will never touch on this case because they know they'll be on the firing squad, because they know they'll be on the firing line, because they know a lot can happen to them and their loved ones and whoever that they care about. So fast forward, we have, okay, from your dismissal from the case, there's a video that you once did. And in that video, you said the reason why you left baby testimony's case, it was another reason. It's because there was no investigation that was done. People did not do a proper investigation. There is some information that was not revealed, that you came across, that made you leave the case of baby testimony. Do you mind to share the kind of information that got to your table that we maybe do not know, that made you also leave the case of baby testimony?
Okay, I discovered that there were so many people who were pretending as if they were looking for baby testimony, but actually they were using it to get money for themselves. And these same people, no matter what you try to do or to bring an information where baby testimony is, because they are cashing out of it, they will never want the truth to be out. So they are ready to do anything. That was why I said there were so many people who were fighting me, which I can't say these people are Prophet Jeremiah. There were people who are close to Prophet Jeremiah. They are not helping Prophet Jeremiah to look for the child, but they are pretending as if they are helping him to look for the child. So what they do is they make everybody who is genuinely looking for the child to be an enemy to Prophet Jeremiah. They make Prophet Jeremiah to see the person as an enemy. Then when Prophet Jeremiah sees you as an enemy, you are an enemy. And these same people will continue to cash out and they continue to lie to Prophet Jeremiah. They don't tell him the truth. And themselves, they don't want the truth to be out because they are paying their house rent. They are getting everything they want from him. And I can boldly tell you that Prophet Jeremiah now know better, because there are so many people who were pretending as if they were just as you, Mr. PDD, is looking for baby testimony. The same way Prophet Jeremiah is looking for baby testimony.
Oh, people wait, are saying, do you believe Jeremiah Omoto is looking for baby testimony?
I believe he's looking for him. Yes.
Okay, I'll ask you this question. Hey, I'm hearing myself again. I think whenever you receive it, it affects the connection. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. I think it seems to be, people should stop calling the lion killer because he has some questions to answer here. And every time he receives a call, his network is being interrupted. So according to Kassy, he believes Omoto is looking for the child. He believes Jeremiah, Prophet Jeremiah, let me call him Prophet. He believes Prophet Jeremiah is looking for baby testimony as well.
Let me say something, Mr. PDD. When I met with Prophet Jeremiah, he said something to me. Apostle Kassy, anywhere you can, anyhow you can assist me in me getting baby testimony, please do that. I will appreciate it. And I turned around and I looked at him. He repeated it again. Then I said, something is wrong somewhere. You know, Nigeria has this mentality. I'm not speaking for anybody to love me. If Nigerians has hate you, no matter the truth you say, they will hate you on it. Nigerians, they are so happy. They want all the pastors to go down. So if you are trying to speak anything good about any pastor, they feel you have been paid. I can boldly tell you with what I know, I am not God. With what I know, Prophet Jeremiah told me, if there is any way you can help in we getting baby testimony, please don't fail to call me and tell me. The only thing I said as I walk out of there, anything that have to do with baby testimony, I don't want to put my hand, because a lot of people has come into play. There are people who are pretending they are looking for baby testimony. I can tell you, if they see testimony, they will go and hide testimony again because they are cashing out from it. Few months, few weeks, you see how some people who has made money from this same baby testimony, which some people have gone to prison or share. So there are people who pretend. The problem we are having now is the people who pretend to be with Prophet Jeremiah, acting as if they are helping Jeremiah to look for the baby, but they are cashing out from the baby testimony.
What do you think happened to baby testimony?
He got missing.
How?
You hear the mother said that the child got missing in Mercy City. And I believe that story.
You believe that story?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe Jeremiah was sincere when he was telling you that if you find baby testimony, if there's anything you can do to help me find baby testimony, please do it? Do you believe he was sincere when he was saying those words?
I said I am not God. When he said that, I look at him and my mentality changed. If he's pretending, he's not pretending, but I know very well that he is looking for. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not supposed to say this. There was a time I reached him. He let me know that they are close to the people who are with baby testimony, that it will not be long, they are going to get it.
Wait,
he told me that.
Was it before he gave that prophecy or after he gave that prophecy on the 26th
after
of March?
After I was arrested.
Or after you were arrested, he told you that they are very close to finding
they
people.
They are very close, yes.
But was he not basing that on the information he was getting from Daniel?
Maybe, I believe maybe it was from Daniel, but I never knew Daniel was working with him. But he told me that Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure.
He told me that they were close to baby testimony, and he assured me that he was going to send me the video once they get hold of the person. I don't know if you get what I'm saying now. And I was surprised after the day he told me nothing happened. That was where I started thinking there might be some persons who is making sure that baby testimony is not found.
That's my based on what Omoto told you, And based on what your father said, do you believe or do you think we should leave this case of baby testimony in the hands of God?
No, I didn't agree.
Come
When
again.
God
Do you
wants,
think we should leave? Wait. Do you think we should leave the case of baby testimony in the hands of God?
no, we can't leave him in the hands of God.
What should we
If
do?
God, yeah, if God want to fight, God uses a man. You see, I understood the position of my father because Prophet Jeremiah is his friend. So he might as well want this whole scandal to just go. But I can say to you that we are not leaving it in the hands of God. And I can assure you that Prophet Jeremiah is not leaving it in the hands of God. And he is working day and night. My prayer every day is you and Prophet Jeremiah have one-on-one conversation. If that can happen, you will get to understand so many things I'm trying to explain. Prophet Jeremiah is ready to fish out who baby testimony is with.
But I sent Jeremiah Omoto a message and I sent him a voice note as well, but he did not respond.
Maybe you are not talking to him with his right number. I think so.
Why do you think so?
Yeah, he will definitely respond to you if
I
you
sent
reach him. If you reach
Omoto
him
a
with the right
number.
number.
I sent Omoto a message and I sent his brother Ken a message. Both of them, I sent them a message. And none of them responded.
Yeah, like I said, the person you send it to might not be his direct number. And maybe the person who received it is one of the people who might not want baby testimony to be found because they are cashing out from baby testimony. So
Okay,
no need of telling
going back
them.
to the going back to the point that you raised, that you do not agree with what your father said. So, what advice do you have for your spiritual father concerning what he said about the case of baby testimony? What advice do you have for him?
The advice I will have is, if my father can meet with Prophet Jeremiah and both of them look at what is happening, this thing is affecting the body of Christ, let them raise intelligence. Nigeria have policemen who are intelligent. If they actually want to go into this issue, they can actually go into it. And let them put us together and see how. Call the mother of Ruth Matthew. Call Ruth Matthew. Okay, explain to us in details who and who and who. Just like the work you are doing, they can take information from you and work with Ruth Matthew. And I bet you, if baby testimony is still alive, but I can tell you, I am not sure baby testimony is still alive.
Why? Why do you think that?
I'll leave that. I'm not sure baby testimony is still alive.
Are you seeing this in the realms of the spirit or from the information that you uncovered from your investigation?
I'm not a religious person, but when I say a thing, don't play with it. It's just 90%.
Are you seeing this in the spirit or this is coming out of your carnal mind?
I'm saying it in my natural mind.
In your natural mind without any spiritual inclination?
No, I'm a spirit myself.
Can you see in the spirit? Can you prophesy or something like that?
If God gave me the option to prophesy, why won't I prophesy? But I don't tell God, I don't control God in prophecy. God controls me in prophecy. I'm not among those pastors that said in the next 5 hours, God will be speaking to me now. In the next 1 minute, God is about to talk. No, I don't predict God. God uses me.
Do you believe there are legit prophets of God in Nigeria who can actually see in the spirit?
There are so many real men of God in Nigeria, so many. But you know what? People who have money make sure they don't see anything.
So why do you think none of them have been able to see where baby testimony is if they can prophesy for real?
Yes, it's one thing to have anointing. You remember John the Baptist, when he went to the king to tell the king, stop sleeping with my brother's wife. You know what happened to him? He was beheaded.
For speaking the truth.
Yes. And
so in other words, what you're saying is the reason
why
other ministers in Nigeria.
Some people can actually tell us where baby testimony is, the person who is with. But after giving that prophecy, will the person still be alive?
Okay, so in other words, you're trying to say the reason why some of the prophets in Nigeria are afraid to prophesy or to tell us where baby testimony is because they might be beheaded by Omoto and his team.
It's not Omoto. They might be beheaded by the people who baby testimony is with.
You said something earlier about when I asked you about your father, why he said what he said, and you said if he could go to Omoto for fame and they deploy security intelligence to investigate this matter, we might get baby testimony faster. Why do you think your father is not doing that? Is your father and Omoto in good books?
Yeah, they're in a good books, and I think my father might not want to go and meet Prophet Jeremiah because of seniority in preaching the gospel. My father is far senior when it comes to preaching the gospel.
Pause.
So
wait. You are dropping bombs. So you are saying that because of the seniority of your father on the landscape of Christianity or in this industry of the prophetic movement, the reason why he will not go to Omoto for fame is because he is senior, and it's Omoto's place to go to your father and discuss issues.
Come again, I didn't get that. The network was breaking.
Because you are saying that your father, senior Prophet Jeremiah Omoto for fame, so there's no way he can go there, but instead it's Omoto who should visit your father to talk about these issues. That's what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So why is Omoto not consulting with your father? Why is he not coming to your father?
I don't know. Maybe he feels he can handle it on his own way. And I want you to know that Prophet Jeremiah believes that certain persons are creating this story of baby testimony to blackmail him. He might not have a hand on it, but he believed, yes, he believed the child is missing, but he believed that this child, you know, for example, you can steal a child from somewhere to give the owner of the place a bad name. So he believed this child are with certain people who are trying to give him bad name.
Do you think, do you think, based on everything you have witnessed that have transpired, do you think Mr. PDT is advocating for baby testimony's justice so that he can blackmail Jeremiah Omoto for fame?
No. I've spoke with you. I've listened to you. I've read your intelligence. I've read your discipline. You are doing what you are doing genuinely from your heart.
Okay, do you think I have anything against Omoto? Do you think I have any personal vendetta against Omoto for fame?
The only problem I have with you is you believe every man of God in Nigeria is fake.
You said what? You said your only problem with me is what?
The only problem I have with you, and I believe some persons we have with you is because you believe every man of God in Nigeria who prophesy, perform miracles are fake. You don't believe anybody is a real man of God. You believe everybody is charlatan, 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 charlatan.
What's your take on the narrative that I got this case of baby testimony from you, and it is your father that is funding me on this case of baby testimony?
You see, bloggers are one of the problems we are having. A blogger can come and meet Prophet Jeremiah and say, look, the person who is doing this thing, Pastor Kassy, with my investigation, with his father in the Lord, who brought that narrative was Maurice Bandijo, who brought that narrative. And I keep asking people every day, ever since Maurice got to a point, she stopped talking about the issue of baby testimony. And she sold that idea to the team of Prophet Jeremiah that Prophet Apostle Johnson Suleman is the one that sold the case of baby testimony to you so that they can bring problem between Prophet Jeremiah and Apostle Johnson Suleman. Unfortunately, I became a victim.
In the process?
Yeah.
So before I conclude on the case of baby testimony, you said a lot of things. But before I ask you this question, I want you to log out and log in again because I can't hear you properly. Your voice is faint now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's one-on-one with Apostle Kassy. I'm going to open the line so that you can also ask him any questions that you want to ask him. So before I conclude on my cross-examination and questions, let's ask him some few more questions and see. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, now you're loud and clear. I was saying that you raised quite some points and some issues concerning baby testimony. The first one you raised was you don't think baby testimony is still alive. And I don't know if you contradicted yourself by saying if your father and Jeremiah Omoto Fofeng and me and all of us can sit together, we might know where baby testimony is. So which one is which? Your other self is saying that the child does not exist anymore. And your other self is saying that if we come together, we might find the baby testimony. So which one are you holding on strong on?
Okay. I'm not contradicting myself. I still know what I am saying. If you people come together, we can be able to find the people who take baby testimony away. If the child is still alive, which me, I don't believe the child is still alive. My belief, I don't believe.
Well, it's a belief. It's not based on any empirical evidence.
No. It's my belief. It's my thoughts. It's my thought. Yeah. Okay. But if he's not alive, if he is still alive, we'll get him. If he's not alive, the people who took him away will still confess what they did to baby testimony.
And what do you think about the question before we get to that aspect of saying he's alive or he's not alive, or he's innocent or he's not innocent? What's your take on the issue of the CCTV footage? How must it be addressed?
Well, sometimes, like I said, there are things I will not want to answer because of my signatory at the police station. I have to sign not to have anything to do with anything that have to do with CCTV camera footage. So,
they silenced you. They made you sign an affidavit that you must never put your mouth on anything that has to do with the CCTV footage.
No, just like they are carrying out their investigation, don't interrupt our investigation.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you,
Okay,
yeah.
just to say, personally, I believe baby testimony is still alive. That's my belief also. Even though there's no much evidence to prove it, I believe the boy is still alive, and I believe that one day we are going to find this little young man that they call baby testimony. And we appreciate you also for the work that you did when you did it. At that particular point in time, when you were calling out and standing firm to also ask those questions that you have recently been told not to ask anymore. So, to getting now into the matter of the current matter, what is your relationship with Daniel's wife?
Well, there's no relationship with Daniel's wife. I never knew Daniel's wife from Adam. I think October, I received a normal message that I will receive from anybody telling me he's from Facebook. He saw my contact on Facebook. He want me to be a father to her. She's 18 years. She does not know her father and mother and all that. And she just like, can you be like a father to me? And I said to her, you are welcome. Then she just write, how you doing? I'm fine and all that. I never knew if she belongs to Daniel or she have anything to do with Daniel. But I know she told me she's from Warri. Then on Wednesday, last week Wednesday, she called me. She was crying that please, she want to come over to Benin. I was shocked. I like, come over to Benin to do what? He said, please, that she just want to come and be staying in my place. And I said to her, because I was about climbing the pulpit, I said, after preaching, I will call you back, or you call me back in the next 3 hours, which she did. She called me, and I said to her, please, I will have to investigate who you are. If really what you are telling me is real or genuine, I will send some team that I have there in Warri to come and check who you are staying with and whatsoever, so that if actually you need help, I can know how to help you. That was all. And she said, okay. I was shocked when I was being called out. I was watching, and he was saying, Pastor Kassy know my wife. He sent my wife money. I was just trying to use my brain. Would me send someone money and all that? But what I just said, that's the only thing I know about Daniel's wife.
Did you send her 200,000 naira?
200,000 to her. As what? Send 200,000 to her as what? Is she my God? Daniel. One naira I didn't send to her. She didn't even send me any account. She didn't even ask me to send her money. She had never asked me to send her money. And I have not sent her anything 1 naira. We have not discussed anything that I have to resolve sending of money. That is why I keep saying this. Daniel told you that he has the audio record of. I don't know if you're understanding me.
Come again, you said what?
Daniel told you that he have the audio record between me and the wife. 1. 2, he said he have the slip of which I use in paying money into this woman's account. So I think that Daniel should bring those 2 evidence to be better.
So you are saying that Daniel is a liar. Daniel lied about you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So you are saying Daniel is a liar. He lied about this relationship between you and his wife.
Daniel is not a liar. Daniel is Satan incarnate.
Is what?
Daniel is not a liar. If you call Daniel a liar, you are glorifying him. Daniel is Satan incarnate. specify in high places syndrome.
Satan, Lucifer's incarnate. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so when you
that's
spoke
it.
with Daniel's wife, and you said you're going to send a team to investigate, which team did you intend to send to investigate, and what did you want to investigate? And how often do you do things like this of assisting everyone that calls you out for help? Do you always send your team to anyone? I believe you receive thousands of people who are stranded or who need help from Nigeria. Do you always use the same protocol or the same procedure to evaluate the legitimacy of their claims? Or Daniel's wife case was extreme and was different? That's why you wanted to assist her or send your team to go and investigate.
Okay. There was a time I have someone who needed a financial assistance in Abuja. So when the person spoke with me, I have to reach one father in Abuja. So many people who knows me will know me with him. I said, sir, there's somebody who is going through this. Please, sir, if there's a way you can assist this person by giving him a job, I'll be very happy. And he did that. He sent his members there, they investigated and knew that he needed help, and they gave him a job in his printing press. I have another one in Asaba. I called my pastor friend in Asaba. Please, there is somebody in Asaba, the city where you are. Please ensure, look at what the person is going through. Confirm if it is true. They will do that. I have one in Lagos. I call my friend in Lagos, do the same thing. I have so many people in Warri that I can call and say, check on this person, look at what the person is going through. I want you to use your wisdom, your mind, and see if this person is genuine or he was sent.
Also, you've been doing this for quite a long time now. You've been helping people.
Yes. I remember a man who came, who was advocating for Peter Obi. There's one man that normally advocates for Peter Obi. When the man had an accident, someone reached me, and I said to the person, there's no way I can help until I speak with the man. So they finally gave me the man's daughter's number. The daughter got to where the father was. We called on video camera. I saw the man. I saw the accident. I saw the wound. I sent my pastor friend there. He went to verify. Then I came back to my TV station. I raised money for that man, close to 1 million naira. It's verifiable.
So what was your plan? What was your plan with Daniel's wife? What did you intend to achieve? How did you intend to help her or to assist her? She wanted to go to school. She mentioned that. She wanted you to be a father. She mentioned that. So what were you going to do with that information? How are you going to come through for her? What was your plan with her?
Well, the moment she told me she was from Warri, I sensed something was playing.
Oh, wait. You thought it was a setup like that one that Jeremiah Omoto pulled on you?
Yes. The moment she told me she based in Warri, I knew there was a problem.
You thought she's coming from Omoto?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so what did you do after then?
I was just being careful, and I was giving update to anybody who was close to me. Update to anybody who was close to me. So anything that have to do with Warri, Port Harcourt, Asaba. Man, you gotta be careful.
So that's how you managed it. That's how you managed it, and did not do anything for it.
Come again.
So I'm saying that's how you managed this woman and did not proceed to assist her.
No, I just told her I will contact somebody, and it was 2 days later I started hearing I'm dating Daniel's wife, and the moment Daniel calls the number for you, I have to type it on my phone, and immediately the name pumped out. I was like, Jesus, what is happening? Daniel wanted to set me up. I can boldly tell you, Daniel is a hungry man. He wanted to use the girl to set me up. That's my findings.
So in all your conversations with her, she never mentioned that she was Daniel's wife?
No, she never, nothing like that.
So you were just chatting with her like a normal girl and
like normal person. But when she said worry, you understand me? You know, when snake has beaten you before, when you see an earthworm, you'll be afraid. So the moment she said worry, I said, oh, worry people again. I bet I don't have a problem, go that side though. So I was very careful with that. She never told me she's Daniel's wife. And I never knew who is Daniel until 3 weeks ago. And I came out on air when I sent my team to investigate who is this Daniel and who Daniel is working for. Then I got to know that Daniel was up to something and Daniel is a scam. So I came out on air. I told as many that was willing to hear that Daniel is a scam. Nothing happened. His wife did not die, according to the investigation that I have. Now, Ijele was angry that someone that just lost his wife, why will I be using such language for the person? And I said, okay, I type on the comment section, may the soul of your wife rest in peace, so that it will not look as if I'm being heartless. So Daniel is a bad guy.
Okay, but you're one of the first people that came out to debunk that Daniel's wife did not die. How did you know that she did not die for real? Did she text you or did she contact you that, baby, I'm also dead, I'm not dead?
Like I tell you, in this work, it's a mafia work. Everybody have their territory. I have my territory. If I want to know anything in the social media space, I will know in less than 12 hours. Any information I need to get on social media space, it will not take me 12 hours to get it. So when I listened to him, I knew he was a wrong guy and I knew he was up to something. I spoke with one of the team of Shate. I told them, I said, be careful with this guy. And they were angry with me. I said, be careful. This guy is not genuine. And I can assure tell you on this live that you have not yet seen the real Daniel. By the time the real Daniel come, he's going to lure you into this issue. Just watch, you will get it. You're going to see Daniel talking very soon that, you know, everything was planned for me to be saying it by Mr. PDD. I can tell you that. Except maybe he has seen me make this video now. He might not want to come in this way. He might want to change the format. But that was the end.
Try that one.
Daniel was planted to make it look as if you were the one who were sponsoring Daniel and you were the one that was making him to say the things he was saying.
He was planted by who?
By someone.
Someone that you cannot mention.
Someone I can't mention for security reasons.
Okay, your number is on public spaces, right?
You said?
Your number, your WhatsApp number, your contact number is on public. It's on public domains, right?
Yeah, yeah.
On average, how many people text you a day? On average, new people. How many people text you a day? On average.
Every day I get more than 60 persons reaching me.
More than 60 persons a day.
Yeah, reaching me. As I speak to you now, because of my birthday, I've not been able to go through some WhatsApp. You can bear me witness when you write me. It took me days to reply you back.
How long?
To book this appointment.
Did it take you to reply Daniel's wife? How long did it take you to reply Daniel's wife?
I think I replied a few hours after she wrote me because the message came
how many hours?
At midnight.
How many hours maybe?
I might not remember how many hours it took me to reply but I know I replied.
You are a busy man, we all know that. So I just want to establish some facts here. You received a ton of messages and it might take days for you to respond to certain messages that you received. How long did it take for you to respond to Daniel's wife? Because remember, the screenshots are out there.
I don't know how many, but it didn't take me a day. It was few hours, maybe like 1 hour or 2 hours.
Should I check maybe the time frame
Please check, please.
so
You
that
have
you
the
can?
copy.
Eh? Is it okay? The ones that I received from Daniel's wife, they are a bit incomplete, but I'll check. But I don't think it took long before you responded. I think it was even less than an hour, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's what I
Before,
said.
uh, Apostle Kassy. Daniel's wife texted you at 5:36 p.m. and you responded at 5:50. That was even less than 20 minutes. So that was quite quick. That was quite quick for you to respond, as
Yeah.
busy as you are. Yes, I'm asking if you had any ulterior motives for this specific young lady, because I'm sure on her profile picture, you had a very good looking profile picture that could have attracted any man. Are there any chances that you did not just see a spiritual daughter approaching you, but maybe a potential somebody?
You know WhatsApp? Let me tell you something about WhatsApp. You know you can write me now. And the person that write, and maybe you write me after 1 hour, if I'm coming online, I will not see you that wrote me 1 hour. I might just read the one that just wrote me now.
Okay, so Daniel's wife was fortunate enough to catch you while you were
At
online.
that time she wrote me, I think I was online. I was with my phone.
Wow.
If I'm with my phone operating it and a message came in, I respond immediately.
Okay, as they say, timing is everything. So another question
Yeah.
I want to ask around that aspect, with all the people that text you, if you see, how long does it take for a random person that has texted you now for you to consider saving them in your phone? How long does it take? For how long would you have communicated with that person for you to decide that, okay, now let me finally save their number?
Come again, I didn't get that.
Okay, as busy as you are and as many messages as you receive, how long does it take for you to consider saving someone's number? I'm sure, okay, they are priority people. If Jeremiah Omoro texts you now, you save his number same time. If Oyedepo texts you now, you save his number the very same time that he's texted you. What about for random people who text you asking for help? How long does it take you to save their number? Have you saved all the numbers on your phone that they've texted you asking you for help?
Yes, I do some, I don't with some. It depends the manner of approach. She didn't come to me as someone who needed a help. She just said, can you be like a father to me? I don't have a father. Every normal person, I'm a public figure. Any normal person can say, okay, fine. So that was it. So I don't have the time limit which I use in saving people. I want to save their number. I want to help their number. I can save it now. I can save it tomorrow. It depends. Even before we have to save your number, it depends if I will even help you, because it's not everybody that asks me for help that I help. I can help the little I can and leave the rest for other people. I am not that rich. I'm not a rich pastor, but I'm not poor.
Okay, so Daniel's wife was fortunate enough to text you while you were online and get your immediate response. And Daniel's wife was fortunate enough to text you and get your number saved instantly. All those it was just Daniel's luck that hit a head on in as far as her communication with you. Because according to the screenshot that you posted, you saved the number as Facebook Precious. And how did you save this number as Facebook Precious? Did you change the way you had saved this number so that it can suit your narrative that you know this girl from Facebook? Or this was how you saved the number initially?
Well, anybody who writes me, if I reply you, the first thing I ask is, how did you get my number? So if you tell me you get it from Facebook, then I'm going to save your name. I'm going to ask your name, then save Facebook with your name. So when I'm dealing with you, I know I'm dealing with you from Facebook. If you tell me you got it from a group WhatsApp I'll save it from group WhatsApp and tag the name of the WhatsApp to it. If you say on YouTube, I'll do it like that. But if you say Prof S gives you my number, I'm going to call Prof S to confirm. Then after you have said yes, I'm the one that gave the person, and we save the number as Prof X Precious.
So just to clear your name of the accusations that Daniel raised, you did not send Daniel's wife any money, yes?
Prof X, I don't expect you to be asking that question. You know, no, I did not send her money.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to throw you under the bus or anything. Even Daniel's wife called me today, and she said she's at the bank. She is trying to get a statement to prove that there is no any amount of money that I received from Apostle Kassy. According to Daniel's wife, you did not send any money, but according to Daniel, you sent some money. So here we're just trying to find the liar in this whole conspiracy theory. And the other issue that I want you to clear out, or I just want you to address as an apostle.
Sorry, before you go into the other issue. The other issue. If you find out that I, Kassy, sent 1 naira to Precious, let nobody ever believe me again.
Okay, you know what? Let's make this interesting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
She called me and she said she's at the bank. Should I call her to confirm if she has found anything in line with the transaction that Daniel said was made by Kassy to his wife? Oh, I believe the man is experiencing some network problems. Let me take a call so long. If you have any questions for the doctor, you can call through and then ask him questions before he goes. Hello, I greet you.
Yeah, I greet you, sir. Yeah. Kassy, is Kassy still there?
Okay, wait, let me add him now. Just hold on.
All
right. He'll be joining shortly. You have a question for Kassy?
Yes, Kassy.
Okay.
Who gave him that title, Lion Killer?
Okay, just wait for him. Just wait for. Are you back, Mr. Kassy?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, should I open the line for callers so that they can ask you 1 or 2 questions before you leave?
Then go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, madam. He's listening.
Okay. Mr. Kassy Shuku, Kingsley Shuku, or so what's your name? Who gave you that title, Lion Killer? Number 1. And who told you know how to preach? You don't know how to preach, so stop saying you are the preaching catalyst, blah, 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 blah. Why are you guys deceiving Nigerians? What have Nigerians done to deserve this kind of system that you guys are giving to Nigerians? And your father in the Lord, Mr. What is his name again? Mr. Suleman, because I don't call him Apostle Suleman because he doesn't deserve that title also. Who told you that Suleman knows how to preach and that Suleman is a senior apostle to Omoto, that he cannot go to Omoto? A child is missing. You are talking about seniority in the body of Christ. Are you guys okay in that country? Are you guys well? And you said something just now that this thing is about mafia something, which means you guys know that you are not called by God. You are not called by God. You are just using people to collect money from people and doing all manner of things just so you guys are destroying that society called Nigeria.
Okay, madam, I want questions before we get into advising him. And I think he heard what you asked. And I want us to be sincere in our questioning. I'm opening the line for questions so that you ask questions, but do not throw insults. Do not say anything to offend him or anything. The fact that he is here, it means he is civil enough to give his side of the story, and he is civil enough to have a conversation. So when you call in, ask questions only, direct questions. Don't insult him because he's on my platform. But when I'm alone here, when we are talking alone, we can insult him anytime, any hour, as you people please. But for the fact that he is here, let's share the respect and let's ask questions alone, no insults, no nothing. The same way I've been asking him and addressing him. So I don't know if you are in a position to respond to the questions that were asked to you, or if you understood the questions.
She was not asking questions. She came to insult my personality. And I will not take offense on that, because when you check where people like that are not staying in a husband's house. If you want to, you're asking me who gave me the lion killer. Let me tell you. 2 years ago, in Nigeria, in a Edo State election, there were some team of people that called themselves Lion and Tiger, who said that the present governor will not return to power. And I came out boldly and I said, I'm going to make sure the Lion and Tiger are dead in Edo State to make sure we bring back democracy to Edo State. And I went to the word of that person. We conquered the world. The person never won the world. So from that day, the people of Edo State started calling me the lion killer. Number two, she said, who told me that I am the best preacher? How will you show a blind woman color when she is blind? I keep saying, I am the preaching encyclopedia, the preaching catalyst. You might not like my pattern of preaching. I don't have issue with that. But to me, I'm good with what I am doing. So if it doesn't go well with you, you can meet any pastor you like their preaching and whatsoever. So if you want to ask me a question, ask me a question. If you want to insult me, just say, Apostle Kassy, I'm calling to insult you. You are mad, you are stupid, you are not the lion killer. I'll say thank you, you will go. And I will not take anger because she's in abroad, she's talking. Why can't she buy tickets? Why can't she buy tickets and come to Nigeria? Let her call me, let me take her to Warri. Let's go and look for baby testimony together. It's not to stay there and begin to make like that. Look at her where the person who just spoke now, he's not even in a husband house. And I believe right where people like that, they already have second husband. You know, my mouth is bad. My mouth is bad, I can say anything. So let's take questions. Not, that one is not a question. That woman is frustrated. She cold has entered her brain. Let people ask me questions, I will answer. If they insult me, I will answer them by insult. But I came here to answer questions, and I believe that people who are here are coordinated people. So if coordinated people ask me a question, I will answer. If you answer me uncoordinated, I will answer you uncoordinated. I remain Apostle Dr. Kassy, the preaching encyclopedia, the preaching catalyst, the old firewood, Akara War, aka the lion killer.
Okay, do this. Kassy, do this. There's a glitch in your speech. So I don't know if you received a call again. Can you try to log out and log in again so that your voice can be audible enough as I take more calls? I can see many people have so many calls. To those who want to call in to ask Kassy any questions concerning all the things that have transpired, the number is right there. You call in and then you give your 2 cents. You explain what you want to explain, and then we hear you out. Just hold on. Can you pause the one that you are listening me to, please? Okay. Do you want to ask Kassy any questions?
Yes, I want to ask my person the question.
But you have to speak up, though. You have to speak up because I can hardly hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Kassy, can you hear the caller?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, please. I want to ask the apostle a question. I was listening to you, and you said Prophet Omoto told you that he's looking for baby testimony. If truly he's looking for baby testimony, why can't he just release the footage so everybody everybody will know what's going on? If genuinely he's looking for baby testimony, so all this matter will just die down. It's a simple thing. It's not that hard for him to do. If genuinely he's looking for baby testimony. Thank you very much.
Okay. There goes Apostle Kassy.
I believe if he's not watching, maybe his team of media will be watching. So that question should be sent to him. I'm not in position. If it was Apostle Johnson Suleman, I will answer. I'm not working with the media team. I'm not working with the CCTV camera footage group in the church. And I think that CCTV camera footage, they came up and said, at the time that issue happened, there was no CCTV camera footage of one thing. But I've told you what he told me, that he is also looking for baby testimony who the child is with. And I want to say, he have the team, his media team is watching. They will have to pass this message to him, and I believe the media team will reply. The person of, ladies and gentlemen, and Prophetess Grace, I think they should be watching to respond to that.
Okay, another question. Are you live? Can you hear me? Hello, the caller, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah, you can ask Kassy the questions.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Talk to me.
Yeah, I've got two questions for Kassy. One question is from Matthew 25, where it says we should be our brother's keeper. So to you and your church, I'm asking, why is it that you walk away from a mother who's lost a child just because you want to keep peace and just so that you can keep having a party in your church and forget about the mother who's lost a child?
Okay.
Okay, can you pause the one you are listening to, please? Okay, did you hear the question? Okay, you should pause the one. Okay, wait. You should pause the one you are listening to and ask your second question so that you answer your questions at once.
Okay, yeah. My second question is, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
my
I can
sister.
hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. My second question is, he says Jeremiah is looking for a child. But I'm saying, if Jeremiah is truly looking for a child, why is it that he's busy taking the mother of a child up and down to courts because of a mother who's trying to say to him, give me back my child? So how genuine will he be taking a mother who's terrorized, who's missing a child, who is in pain, and he's saying on the other side, I am looking for a child?
Okay, those are the two questions for you. I'm sure you grabbed them and you heard them properly.
Okay.
You can answer now.
The first one, she said, why will I have to obey my members? I said the reason why I obeyed my member was because there was no security in Nigeria, and I'm not ready to travel outside this country and stay outside this country. I want to live in this Nigeria. I want to preach in this Nigeria. I want to correct the narrative. So because there was no security, I have to obey them because they are human. They see dangers. I know what they see. I know how they feel for me going through that 16 days under police custody. So I know how they feel. They knelt down and begged me, please, sir, please, just focus on your pulpit. And I said this, that if you are not okay, I quit. If you can continue from where I stop, I will give you every support you need. So there's no security for Nigeria. And because of what I went through it alone. No of my fans on Facebook was in cell with me. Though so many people feel so bad I was arrested. But for security reasons, I'm still alive. I thank God. There are a lot of pastors who has died. I don't want to come out and begin to explain some mysterious death that has happened in the pastors' forum. Mysterious death. I don't want to come and begin to explain it. But I want to thank God I'm alive to explain to you today the reason why I quitted. Maybe if I was dead, I would not be alive to explain to you. Then number 2 question you asked, I think I answered the question before, but you added that why will he want to arrest the lady? I think the media team is watching. They can answer that question. The reason why he is the one. I don't know if he's the one. See, I want you to know something. Some of the arrests that take place, it is not Prophet Jeremiah that do the arrest. Someone is behind it. So the team of Prophet Jeremiah can also answer that question, because I don't have the answer to that question.
Which team of Jeremiah are you talking about here? Which team are you referring to?
There are people who can as well reach him and say, sir, why are you still taking Ruth Matthew to court? I don't have such relationship.
Do you perhaps have their contact so that we can bring him in for questioning, so that they can maybe shed more light to us?
And they might not want to come in because I didn't inform them earlier on, but they are watching definitely.
No, not now. Not now. I'm not saying now. Whenever they are ready.
I
Tomorrow,
will.
anytime.
Yeah, I will bring them in. I will talk to them and get them connected with you.
Yeah, we don't want them to think that we are trying to push a propaganda here. We want them to have an opportunity to give their own side of the story, so that it does not look as if we are trying to keep this case unbalanced. That's what justice is all about, is by looking at both sides of the coin. So if they are really genuine as they claim, we are open to have a discussion with them. So Rich, send a word to them and let them know that Mr. PDT is calling upon them to come through so that we can ask some questions if they are open to answering questions. Let me take another call. Hello there, can you hear me? You can unmute yourself now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, you can ask the Lion Killer is here.
Okay. Now this one that Kassy is bold enough and is saying if they see his name in the statement of accounts that he sent ₦1 to this girl, because it's possible he sent that money with a POS if you don't want to send it to a bank. So since the guy is going to bank to print out the statement of accounts, maybe you should check very well if there was any 200,000 that was sent during that period of time.
Okay.
You understand?
I
Because
do.
it might be he sent it with another name, because he's been careful, just like the way it happened to Suleman before and Stephanie Notobo, because she bought some receipt and all those kind of stuff. So he will be acting careful. Maybe he might use his friend's account, or you use POS via POS to send the money to her.
Okay. You understand? I do. The question, what she's saying here is, Kassy, you're saying that you did not send any money to Daniel's wife. What are the chances that you used another account to send it, or what are the chances that you used a POS to send it? And once that is done, there's no way we can trace or we can track whether you did send, the money came from you or not. But before you answer that question, I want to make this interesting. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call Daniel's wife and I'm going to ask her if she received any money that amounts to 200,000 this week or at any point in time, so that we know, hey, the callers are all over. Hey, I can't even make a call. I wanted to make a call to, and the people are calling. People, can you stop calling for now, please? Do me a favor. Just stop calling for a minute. Okay, now it's going through.
Hello?
Hi, Precious. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Yeah, it's Prophet. I'm live with Apostle Kassy.
Okay.
I want to ask you a question. It's not related to Apostle Kassy.
Okay.
When was the last time you received 200,000? Not from Apostle Kassy, but from anyone, from your family or anyone else, or from a POS?
Nobody. See, I have an account. I don't even have people that send me money. It's me and Daniel that is using my account. Him, anytime he wants to do transactions, sometimes he use my account. Nobody from outside sends money to me, except if Daniel, like that time that I was sick, that he said that people sent 50,000 to my account. It was my account that he used to collect the money. So he have been using my account. So I went and did print out bank statement now with it now. I'm even still in the bank. I was even planning to snap it and send it so that you people see it.
Okay, in the past 3 months, what's the highest amount of money that you received in your account?
Not my own personal money, and it's not from people.
Yeah.
It's Daniel that is using it, but it's not that kind. It's not big money. It's just small money.
How much? What was the highest amount?
It's just small money. It's not up to 100,000. It's not just like 2,000, 10,000, 5, like normal small money now. Don't worry. I printed from October. That was beginning of last month till this November.
Okay, so you have never received. So you have never received any kobo from your dear Apostle Kassy, not even a kobo.
Not even 10 naira. Pastor Kassy did not even have my account number, and we have never discussed anything concerning money to God who made me. We have never discussed anything. The only thing I asked from him is what I have told you people. We have never talked about anything money.
Okay, Precious, let me ask you another question. Did you plan this? Did you plan this with Daniel to go to Apostle Kassy?
I did not plan it with Daniel. I've said it over and over. I've said it over and over. If I had planned it with Daniel or planned all these things that he said I planned with him, if I had did it with him, this problem wouldn't have come out. I would have obeyed everything he told me to do. It's because of the disobedience that caused all these things. But if people don't want to believe me, I leave it for God. I'm not arguing over the issue again.
No, we are not arguing. We are just asking questions. You said you are at the bank right now. Is the bank still open?
You said?
You said you are you in the bank right now?
Yes.
Which bank are you in?
I'm in Benue State. Sorry, I'm in Delta State.
In which bank?
Bank, Access Bank. Wait, let me call you on video call so you see it. I'm in Access Bank. Since morning that I went to this place. Wait, let me call you on video call. Let me turn it.
Okay, accept this one. I'm calling you now on video call. You're in Access Bank.
I seen it.
Yeah, I think I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. People, she's indeed in Access Bank.
I seen it.
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm just coming from bank this morning.
Is it?
It's like if people are not seeing it.
No, they can see it.
Bank.
Okay, so you are collecting a statement there.
Or should I enter inside the bank?
No, it's fine.
Enter inside the bank?
No, it's fine. I'm gonna call you back just now. I'm gonna call you back. Okay, so I think Kassy has been exonerated from that point of having sent money to Precious. And concerning the issue of if Kassy had sent this money through EFT or through POS, she has just confirmed, and then I'm just waiting for Precious to send me the slip, the bank statement, which shows. But I don't think, come on, sometimes when the truth comes out,
Mr. PDD, I want to say something, please. So maybe if it is my spirit, they should return the 200,000 to me. I need it.
Let me take another call. Hello.
Hello. Yes, prophets. Good day.
Good day to you.
Yes. This is the Bouncy from Cameroon.
I greet you.
It's thank you, my brother. It's Apostle Kassy still online.
Yeah, he's still online. He's hearing you right now.
Okay. I would just like us to be careful about some things that we are saying. There is a point I want us to make it noted here. There's a point in this video where Apostle Kassy said, this is mafia, and he don't want to talk about other people's domain. Please, after this live, kindly go back and watch this video. Then I think we should have another live session with Apostle Kassy for him to explain the mafia part that he's talking about.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yes. Secondly, if you see the case of Daniel and the wife, I think they are just trying to bring some distraction so that we should be diverted. They want to divert our attention from chasing baby testimony. And I wonder what gave Apostle Kassy the guts for him to say the baby is not alive. That statement will not go down with us. All of us believe baby testimony is still alive. and we are strongly behind you. Can Apostle Kassy tell us in what aspect did he believe that baby testimony is no longer alive?
Okay, Apostle Kassy, there's a question for you. Okay,
it's
brother,
a very simple answer. It's a very simple answer. The same way he believed that baby testimony is still alive. To me, with what has happened, what have went down, I said I don't believe the child is still alive. He believed the child is still alive. So if he believes, he shows the child. Me, I don't believe the child is still alive. It's my thought, it's my thinking. It's not, I'm not telling you I saw testimony dead body. I'm telling you, to me, I don't believe the child is still alive. So if anybody believes the child is still alive, you go and show us where the child is.
All right, another question. Hello, brother. You can go ahead and ask Apostle Kassy.
Hello, Mr. PDT.
I greet you.
My utmost respect for you, brother. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Kassy, I greet you.
Thank you.
My questions are just two questions. The first one is, I remember when you were initially, talking in favor for the search of baby testimony from your earlier videos concerning the issues, you got arrested for speaking something that was actually the truth. Why do you think you were arrested for speaking the truth and for suggesting that the CCTV footages be released? Was it out of innocence or trying to prove innocence or actually trying to suppress the truth?
Okay, you can ask both questions and you answer all of them at once.
All right. And the second question is, what is that particular thing that Jeremiah Omoto said to you that convinced you? He said he did not prove. He only said some things to you that made you now turn around and say you don't believe that Omoto is not in possession or doesn't know what the whereabouts, or he's actually looking for baby testimony. Your stories all together from the beginning of your live videos talking about baby testimony up until now does not match up. They are contradicting each other. You were actually on the right path from the beginning, but now you have deviated and sided with who is actually the person in possession of the baby. Those are my two questions.
Did you get the questions proper? Did you get them straight? Okay, you can go ahead and respond.
Okay, there was never a time I made any video saying the baby is with Prophet Jeremiah. I only did a video that they should please provide the CCTV camera footage to clear the mind of people how that baby came in and went out. I want you to record that there was never a point of a time I said that the child was with Prophet Jeremiah. I think that is clear. Now, number two, you said that I deviated. That what did Prophet Jeremiah tell me that make me believe the child is not with him? The same thing that made you to believe the child is with him, the same thing is making me to believe the child is not with him. If you believe the child is with him, fly down to Nigeria. I'll take you to state CID or 4 CID. You pay the policeman, we'll move down to Warri, we'll go and arrest Prophet Jeremiah, then we'll carry him, you take him to where you know the baby is. But to me, it is what I know. That is what I am saying. Thank you.
Okay, another question. Can you lower the volume of your other device you're watching from?
Hello?
Can you lower the volume of the device you're watching from?
Hello?
You see, when people call and then they're on another device, I might not take their calls now. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Kassy is listening.
Hello?
Kassy is listening. You can ask the questions.
Okay, Mr. PhD, this question is for Kassy. Yeah. Number one question. I have two questions. Number one is, Kassy, you made mention that your members asked that you step down from this issue because of security reasons. And then I want to ask you, what if testimony were to be one of your members' child, and this happened to her? Will you step down? Will you forget pursuing the issue? Will you step down? And then secondly, do you still stand as it is now? Do you still stand by Prophet Jeremiah producing the CCTV?
Okay, I'm sure you heard the questions. The first question was, if this child was a child of one of your members, were you going to also step aside for security reasons? And
If
question
the
number
child,
two
if the
is,
child was, I got the question. If the child
okay,
was a child of my member, got missing in my church, I'll
not
provide
in
the
your church,
CCTV.
not in your church. If this child was still a member of your a child to your member and got missing at Omoto's church.
Why will my member go to Moto's church?
Okay, I'm just saying that in case that happens.
And there are
If
some
that
things
happens,
that is not possible. My member can't go to Moto's
okay.
church.
The question is, if this happened to your own member who attended a crusade at Omoto's church or at any other pastor's church, and then they come back home to you. Remember, Ruth Matthew was not a member of Jeremiah Omoto for Faith. She had visited. So your member can also visit Jeremiah Omoto's church. Or unless you are saying your members will never, ever go to Omoto's church. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Why would they never, ever go to Jeremiah Omoto's church?
I don't see why they will go.
Because there's no preaching there. There's no word. There's no gospel. Fake
It's not
prophecies
there's
all
no
over.
gospel. My members are okay with my preaching. They are okay with me. They can't go anywhere.
No, but members do not go to other churches or do not visit other churches because they are not
My
okay with
members,
just
my
visiting.
members don't go to other churches. They are my member that stays in my church.
Especially Omoto's church.
Any church, it can be any church. Any church,
Okay,
don't go.
I'm just pulling your leg. So the question was, I know, but you're not going to answer this question by saying my member will never go.
Okay, if the child happened to be my child, God missing.
Yeah.
In a motor church.
Yeah.
By
Okay,
now,
let's put it this way. Okay, let me rephrase the question. When did you start ministry?
When I start ministry.
How many years have you been into ministry?
This is my 24 years in ministry.
24 years in ministry, or let's say you have a member now that you used to go to Oedepo's shrine, and you did not have a church then, and your member now is telling you that my child went missing at Oedepo before you started a church. Were you going to ignore the case?
Oyedepo shrine. I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, Oedepo is a place of gathering, social, religious gathering.
Okay. Now, like I say, it's all about capacity. Do I have the capacity to question Bishop Oyedepo? I will come out and ask for the CCTV camera footage. If Oyedepo did not bring it, just like as I did, I came out and said they should bring CCTV camera footage. I did that. And I also came out and said that it's very bad to have arrested Ruth Matthew. These were the two videos I did. These were the two videos I did. And these two videos, I know what I went through. So
for those two videos.
Yeah, for now, just like those people who are making this comment, they are speaking from outside the country. Prof X, do you know what I believe? All the people in diaspora that has been calling, say no, if it was your baby, why would them buy tickets? Let all the diaspora, let all of them come to Nigeria. Then we converge in a place. Maybe if we have like 5,000 people in diaspora, we'll go to first CID and report a missing child. We all will hold a placard. We go to Mercy City and be shouting, we need baby testimony. But they will not do it. They are looking for a scapegoat. Kassy should go and do it. Don't they have a brother in Nigeria to send their brother and say, come, Kassy has failed us. My brother, go and do a video and attack Prophet Jeremiah. Some of them who are talking, how many of them have done a video to say my name is so and so? Prophet Jeremiah, the baby is with you. Look at my family house is so and so place. Even some of them who are making call, they are in Nigeria. Apart from Ijele has made a mark. Ijele is in Nigeria, Abuja. He has been straightforward concerning the issue. If we have like 50 people like Ijele, who will get results, it's not by telling me in abroad if it was your child. What about if it was your child? Will you be in abroad, be making phone call, be looking for who you will push to become a victim, so that you will not tell me sorry? When I went to prison, I did nobody. I don't want to get emotional, please, sir. That's my answer. I don't have the capacity to talk above where I've already spoken. I've been able to make a point. CCTV camera footage. I made a point that the crippled lady should have not been arrested. That was the point I made. And the video is still there. Continue playing it. I don't know if you want me to make another video that, hey, that you bring CCTV camera footage. I have it before, so go and play it again or repost it again. 2, I want to beg you all. It's not by commenting with fake accounts. It's not by commenting with unknown location. Do a video. Come out. Let's see your face. Let's know the people who are fighting for the justice of baby testimony. When you see people who have contributed their own quota, respect them. Thank you.
Okay. The other question was, do you still believe that Omoto should release the CCTV footage?
Come again.
Do you still stand with your former position that the CCTV footage must be released?
Yes.
So you agree that the CCTV footage must be released? Okay.
Yes.
I think you answered those questions. Let's take a few more callers, because people really have so much to ask. Kassy is listening. You can go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Prof. S.
Yes.
Yes. So right now, this issue of baby testimony is becoming it's becoming like something like a joke. Because right now it sucks. Kassy and Kassy's Daniel's girlfriend right now, I think they are irrelevant, because Kassy is making mockery of his baby testimony as it stands right now. Because he was beating around the bush. They ask you, if this child was to be the child of one of your members in the church, you beating around the bush. Let's assume that child belongs to a pastor who is not big, not recognized pastor, a very maybe pastor who is coming up. Will you change your narrative? Will you change your story? Because right now you becoming very popular with this case of baby testimony. You need to stay clear. If regards to this baby testimony, Kassy, you have to stay clear from this issue, because right now we are dealing with Jeremiah and his shrine, not you. Don't say the baby is not alive, is alive. You're not in the right position to say he's alive, is not. Stay clear for this issue. If not, you stay clear. Just stay clear away from this issue. We don't need you in this issue. Whether the baby is missing, is not missing, you said the right thing before that. Jeremiah should provide the CCTV footage, which is the right thing you said. Now you're changing your statement because you're scared. Don't spoil this issue because of you scared of nothing. Like nobody's scared of Jeremiah. Nobody. Please, Prof S, Jeremiah, Kassy, and Daniel's girlfriend, they know what they're doing. If you look at Ijele's interview with Kassy, Kassy said, I don't know this girl. I've never spoken with this girl. But this girl, now Precious, admitted that she sent messages, series of messages to Kassy. Kassy never admitted that. He's denying it. Because Kassy is not trustworthy. He's trying to get Jeremiah's attention. That's what Kassy is trying to do. Probably he's working for the 500,000 that is given to his mother. That's what Kassy is working for right now. Kassy, stay away from this issue. Anything that got to do with baby testimony, stay away from it. Stay away from it. I'm giving you serious warning. Stay away from it. If this child was to be your child, you will not act this way. We're talking about human being right now. We're talking about human, not animal. We're talking about human. Please, that is just my comment for it now. Kassy is irrelevant to me. Kassy is irrelevant right now. As far as this baby issue is concerned, Kassy is irrelevant. And he should be irrelevant. We should make him irrelevant. And he should stay away from this issue. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay. What my brother here is saying, Kassy, is don't try to make it as if we're afraid. Or don't try to paint a narrative that people are afraid of Jeremiah Omoto for fame. No one is afraid of Jeremiah Omoto for fame. The reason why they might not commit to be on the ground is because they are preoccupied with other things outside of the country. And the reason why they are putting this responsibility upon you is because you had taken this responsibility upon yourself to stand for baby testimony's justice and to fight for baby testimony's justice. So whenever
Mr.
Mr.
PDD, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
If that child was to be your child, will you be online looking for that child?
What we are doing here, we are raising awareness. You must understand the difference between looking for the child and raising awareness.
Thank you. Some people who are in overseas does not even know the risk we are taking, even doing this video with you. You never told me I was coming here for baby testimony. I came here because of Precious and Daniel.
Yes.
So I'm not in any way putting myself in the issue of baby testimony. It was a question that came. I have to flow with it. Those people in abroad should learn to respect persons like me who have put my life on the line, who have told you I'm backing out, there's no security. I don't want to lose my life. If I am dead today, will I be able? These same people who are talking cannot even send their children, cannot even send their wife. Appreciate me. When you make me feel as if it was my child, I'll go and fight Prophet Jeremiah. Why not put it upon yourself? If it was your child, would you buy ticket and come to Nigeria? You said you have what you are doing there that occupied you, that will make you not to come to Nigeria. So I don't have something that occupied me. Let's be sincere to ourselves. Let's stop beating the bush as if Kassy is afraid of Prophet Jeremiah. That's why he's talking like this. That's why the same reason why you could not do video to show your face or to buy ticket and come to Nigeria and fight the issue of baby testimony. The same issue with me. It's as simple as clear. And I respect everyone who is advocating for baby testimony. It's not to come online and say, Kassy, we don't want you to interfere into this matter. He that is talking, and what has he done? What has he done? He speaks like a Benin man. As a Benin man, he should call the CP.
Okay, take a question. Take another question. Don't lose your cool. Stay calm, okay? You are the lion. You are the lion killer. So stay calm. Don't get in your feelings. Don't get in your emotions. Let's cruise and flow. Hello, you can go ahead and ask us questions.
Hello, Professor. Good evening from Nigeria. Lion killer. Oh,
yes.
No, let me ask question. You're still talking.
He can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, Kassy, being a prof over here in Nigeria, I try to understand the temperament of the lion killer. He's a man I love so much. When I started, seeing his video, on YouTube, the way he preach, he's a man that preach truth. You can see the energy in him whenever he's preaching. because he stands for what he knows, and I love such person. You know, in Nigeria here, you wouldn't know what that man went through when baby case, when he was tackling the baby case matter, when he came up online talking about the case of baby testimony. You know, in Nigeria, it's not like other countries whereby when you say this, police will now say, okay, let us go in and investigate the matter and come up with a result. If actually what they say is true or not. In Nigeria, it's not like that. So even me, I was even afraid for the lion killer's life when he was coming out talking, because of the caliber of the people he was trying to, demand for the truth, which we know that the truth might not even come out. So if anybody just in the diaspora talking about lions killer, this and that, they should just let it lion killer to be and have his peace. He's a family man as well. He has his own future. You understand? He's not coming to die as well. At the end, they will still castigate him. They tell him, that he collected the money, do not do whatever they say. That is why they kill him. I just got to encourage the lion killer that he should mind his lane. He's a father. That's why he was able to listen to his member. To not say no. Because the Bible said the sheep know where they are. They say the father know where the sheep, and the sheep knows him. So either way, you have to hear the voice of the sheep, which is pastoring, and then he has to adjust for the safety of him and also his member. If he dies now today, just move on. Everybody will move. What if they are talking in the shop, they will not talk again.
Okay, I hear you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for your contributions. What this brother here is saying is, okay, let me make a disclaimer first. I brought in the lion killer for him to clear his name about the scandal of Daniel and his wife. But you know, whenever we talk about anything, there's no way we can go away without involving the case of baby testimony. So I'm sure he was not prepared for this lining of questioning. But be that as it may, personally, I always said in my video, you played a role, you did what you did, and it's obvious now that the streets are dangerous out there. And I would want people to also be sincere and know that in as much as Kassy wants to fight, in as much as Kassy wants to stand firm and advocate for baby testimony's justice, as long as Umoto for Fair is still on the ground, Kassy will forever be a prisoner. He might not be able to confirm it himself, but I'll say it because those are just facts. That's just the true, situation on the ground. So I don't want us to get
Can I add to it? When I was detained, a policeman walked to me and said, "You are working with Prof X, you are working with Niger Craziest, and we want to see them before we talk about your release." This is Nigeria. Yes. How can they get you so that they can now know? I said, I don't know this person. They say, no, we have our evidence. I was the one that was there. I was asked to provide Niger Craziest. I said, I don't know them. We only know on social media. How can we get Prof X? I don't know. But you people are communicating. I showed them the chat between me and you. They saw that there was nothing incriminating, but I was still detained there. I was still detained there for no reason. If not people like Shawore, people like you, people like Ijele, people like Apostle Joy Suleman, these people will keep me there. Do you know how many people they have wasted? Do you know how many people who are in prison that don't have somebody who is advocating for them? I wanted them to come to Nigeria. Let them feel what we are feeling for just one day. It's not the one people sneaking into Nigeria and sneak out. Come to Nigeria. I said, my name is Juliet. I am the one that is telling Prophet Jeremiah to provide. I stay in America. You know, police cannot arrest me. And see what will happen. We are talking about a lawless country who does not have respect for citizenship. They only respect money. They don't respect anybody. They can even leave you there. There are people who are there for 2 years. Nobody's talking about them. I have a family I'm taking care of. When I was there, did anybody send money to my family apart from the Damasis? Did anybody send money? They should understand what is happening in Nigeria. They do not be making it as if, Kassy, you are afraid to talk. Kassy, remove your mouth. Kassy, do this. You that is telling me to remove my mouth. What have you done for baby testimony to be found? You come down, buy ticket and come down. And tell me, I will escort you to Mercy City. From my house to Mercy City is 30 minutes drive. I will escort you there. Let's take more questions, sir.
Apostle Kassy Chuku, no, they hear you. Let me take this call as well. Hello?
No. Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes, brother, please, when you call, go ahead and ask the questions.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yo, please, if your call is not yet ready, it might be difficult for me to connect. Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I don't know if it's still online. I just want to talk about you guys' live video you guys are talking about.
Yeah, you can go ahead and ask the questions and speak a little bit louder.
Okay, Mark. Can you hear me? I'm calling for United States, California.
All right.
And I'll be watching the video. I saw the interview. I just want to say, I don't know, what's his name? What's his name?
Kassy.
But watching Kassy, watching you guys interview, I want to say that guy is a hero. I'm from Benin. I know what's going on in Nigeria. So everybody that's saying he should push further. He has been to jail twice. You know, for him coming alive to even talk about this, I feel sorry for him. I know, listening to him, I know he has something to say, but he can't even say because he's scared. I'm from Benin. I know what is going on in Benin. So Benin is different from other states. Like people, I live in America. I understand if it's America, we can come outside, do all these things. I just want to say he's a hero. He's doing his best. I know he can do more, but he has been through hell to be in jail for 9 days. You know how difficult it is. I just want to say, Kassy, what's your name? You are a hero. Just do your best. You know, you said you believe that the charge is missing. That is a great word. I was even I was waiting for you to say, when you say, yes, I believe that charge is missing. That's still powerful. I was thinking you're going to deny it. You know, so I just want to say you're a hero for even coming on live to answer questions and still talk about it. That's my contribution.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
This brother believes you fought a good fight, and he believes that you deserve some accolades. He believes that you stand to be celebrated for what you did when you did it. Yeah, go ahead and ask questions.
Hello, Professor.
I greet you, brother. How are you?
I greet you, my brother. It's Diamond Smith.
Diamond Smith, talk to me.
I don't have a question for Kassy, but I just want to make a little contribution.
Okay.
The Lion Killer. I greet you.
I greet you, sir.
My contribution is this, Professor, me and you know, like these people operate a mafia empire. A lot of people that are on this platform, that are on social media platforms, they see these people as pastors. They see them, some people see them as fake pastors or whatever. But me and you know deep down our heart that these people are mafians. You understand? I mean, for someone to pay in Nigeria and, be rubbing shoulder or having a kind of conflict with these people, or them seeing you as someone, crossing line with them. Professor, for them to kill such a person in Nigeria, it's just a slip of a fingertip. You get what I'm saying? I mean, the issue of the case of baby testimony is like a cause. You understand? It's a cause that we are chasing. Like I said on my last call yesterday, a lot of people are just going to come in and follow. But if they come in and follow, they must contribute a bit, that will make us step ahead. You get what I'm saying? Kassy has done his part. Kassy is gone. Like, he has done his part. He tried. You get what I'm saying? My brother, Nigeria is not a joke. It's a lawless country. Like Kassy said, is there.
I think he got interrupted. But yeah, his point still remains. He says Nigeria is not a place for, it's not a place for games, and for anyone to stand, you know, for such a fight, it's not easy. Go ahead, caller.
Prophet, good evening.
Good evening.
From Nigeria.
Okay, talk to me.
I actually, from a sincere heart, want to, commend Kassy so far, even though I'm a human being. Each and every one of us have lapses, but if I follow the fight is given over the message at the testimony, I think he has done a great work, being that he's in Nigeria here. But I want to ask Kassy 2 questions. Apostle Kassy, the lion killer. I want to ask you, are you a true man of God? That's my
Am I what?
question.
You said, Kassy, are you
a true man of God? That's my number 1 question. The second question is, when your mother went to Mercy City over the issue of your commitment, towards the baby testimony, did she collect the 500,000 from Prophet Jeremiah? These are the 2 questions. Thank you.
Go ahead, Apostle Kassy, and answer the question. The first one, I'm sure you heard the questions.
Yeah, I had a question. Yes, my mom was giving money when I came. I was told, and my mom told me he gave him money, 500,000, and I can boldly say I am a true man of God. If there's any real man of God in this Nigeria, I am number 1. Others are number 2.
Okay, let's take more questions. Hello, Apostle Kassy is listening. You can go ahead and ask your questions.
The lion killer.
I greet you.
I greet you, Mr. PDT.
I greet you too.
I don't know if I'm interrupting.
Yeah, go ahead and ask the questions.
Okay. All right. Firstly, I really honestly want to appreciate the lion killer, honestly. PDT, the one thing I also want you to understand that millions of us that is abroad advocating for this baby testimony, we are doing it at our comfort zone because we are not on ground in Nigeria. Lion killer is tested and trusted, but though he compromised a little bit, and he made it very clear, he didn't hide it. He said that his safety is not guaranteed, which means I believe him if he found himself in a place of power where he can actually fight this fight. I see the sincerity in him. He will. So, but the only thing I just want to chip in a little bit. I know it will be difficult for him to come out in the public again to advocate for baby testimony. But if he can do that behind the camera, with Mr. PDT, give us some information, what we can do, and all that. Because I know somehow you're close to Jeremiah, you're close to Mercy City, and there's some certain things, 1 or 2 things that I am sure that might help us to do to get this justice. Because the truth remains, if I'm here, if I come back to Nigeria tomorrow, PDT, trust me, my mouth will be shut up. I will not even be able to even hold on the phone to talk about this. And these people will put you behind bars, and nothing will happen. We'll see people abroad will still keep on, advocating. So please, Mr. Kassy, thank you very much for all the good fight you put on when you're with us. But I know within your heart you still miss us, and you still want to do this thing, But if there's something you can do behind the camera, to help this situation, please do. That is just it. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, brother. You see, Kassy, on this platform, we have people that that believe and that are just in their analysis. People that just fight for the truth at whatever cost. Not people. Not everyone's gonna come and insult you. That's why you have so many people who are commending you for what you did. That's why we still have people that disagree with you, and we have people that will still agree with you. I greet you. Go ahead. Kassy is listening.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, good afternoon.
Apostle Kassy, good afternoon.
How are you doing?
greet you, and I totally understand you with what you just said because of the insecurity in Nigeria.
Oh,
I am one of your fans, not on the pastoral.
This is the farm lady, right?
Yeah, this is the farm lady.
Kassy, do you know the farm lady?
I'm trying to get that voice.
Okay, farm lady, you can go ahead. You know about her when you check her out of the video that she did about you.
Apostle Kassy. So I totally understand you, and I'm one of your fans, not on the pastoral way, on the Christian way, on the politics way. So I'm totally behind you, and I love you so much for what you are doing. And I understand because of the insecurity in Nigeria, what is going on there. So anything you say, this cause is not a cause of anybody can pull out at any time and pull in at any time. So that is your what you want to do, and nobody can force you in and out. And the only thing I don't really agree on is when you were released and you came out and you were trying to jeopardize the issue. Like now we're now trying to put the blame on Ruth Matthew. So there I was a little bit upset with you, but that is not my question. And my question is, when you said your father in the Lord cannot go to Jeremiah or Moto because your father is senior to Jeremiah or Moto, does the body of Christ, the way you people always say it, chooses seniority from junior, or body of Christ is humility? Like you put yourself down. You can be a child, you can be a grown-up person. So I want you to clear that for me. And two, you said your church member cannot go to any other church, and I'm still going back to the body of Christ. Does body of Christ has different domination? Like, did you people divide it in different ways that someone that is in Pentecostal cannot go to Catholic? Because I came out from a Catholic family, but we are still going to different churches in rest because we believe it's the same God we are serving. So for you to say your church member cannot go to any other church. So when any of your church members go to a crusade of any other church, and something now happened in that church, how will you take it? Are you going to abandon your church member because I didn't ask her or him to go to that church, so I'm not going to say anything? That is just my question. Thank you, and God bless. Okay,
did you get the questions, Mr.
Yeah, I did. Now, number one, she said about Apostle John Suleman going to see Prophet Jeremiah. It's just as if you telling Apostle Suleman telling Oyedipo to come and see him, or Adeboye to come and see him. Do you understand? So that's what I mean by that. So you see, you are not in this system. I'm on it. So I understand it very, very well. There is seniority in Christianity. I can't take my phone now and call Apostle Suleman. My father, where you there? Come and meet me. Meet me at home in the morning, first thing tomorrow morning. And there's something I want to tell you. Respect. That's what I mean by that. Then she also said something. What did she say? My member cannot attend other church. I want to ask this question. The church that Ruth Matthew normally attend, why has the pastor not come out? Why has the pastor of the church not come out to speak for Ruth Matthew and say, Ruth Matthew is my daughter, is my member, he went to so and so church, the child got missing. See, I've been on this media space. I know how it goes. Some of you are here. It's not as if you are trying to advise me. You are trying to push me to a problem. And at the same time, you went back, you mocked me and say, he says the lion killer. He says the lion killer. He will go and beg again. He will go and do this. You know, they will push you into a problem. They will leave you. Now, Christianity in Nigeria, like I always say, Nigeria has lost. The reason why, Mr. PDD, the reason why I will not wake up one day and begin to insult you that you are insulting pastors is simple clear. Our Nigerian pastors have overdo it. What do I mean by overdo? If you watch, before Mr. PDD, before you came exposing miracles, fake miracles, and all that, you can agree with me that every service they will be seeing miracle on television, on Facebook. It will be flying. Dead body will rise. cripple will walk. This one will happen. But since the exposing series started, everybody is now hiding the miracle. What pastors that used to do miracle, they don't do again. Anyone that arrange miracle, it will cast. Because they know that social media is at work. It's at work. And let me tell you something. There was a blogger that was arrested by a pastor. I will not mention the name of the pastor. This blogger came to Nigeria. His visa was remaining 2 years to expire. 2 years to expire. He came to Nigeria. The pastor arrested this blogger. Gave policemen money. This person spent 1 year with Nigeria police. Spent 1 year with Nigeria police.
Kassy, answer more questions before you explain about the blogger. Hello, can you ask Mr. Kassy some questions?
But to analyze it, the blogger was in Nigeria. Why his paper expired?
Okay, hold on. Do you still want to explain about the blogger, or you want to take questions?
Let me explain the blogger. Let me explain.
Okay, George, just hold on, okay?
So, the blogger, the pastor makes sure he delayed this person with police for 1 year. He took court order. It was really court order to detain this person at the police custody. When I was detained more than 24 hours, it was by court order. They will just go to court and take a court order and detain you for 6 months. They will just leave you there. Nothing will happen. After 1 year, this person was sent to prison. From prison, he was coming to court. That was how his document expired in Nigeria. As I speak to you now, that blogger is still in Nigeria. He's not doing blogging work again. Nigeria, who are in diaspora, need to understand what is happening here in Nigeria. Baby testimony is not the only baby that is missing. God just decide to use this to open the eyes of Nigeria. There are many children missing every day. Who is helping the mother to look for them? Nobody. Who knows how many has gone and nobody are able to do anything about it? So if you see people who have said a little things, appreciate them. Every day I speak about the government of Nigeria. I've not seen anybody who will come and say, Kassy, oh, you are this man of God, God will bless you. You are condemning the government for saying evil. Tomorrow, if I stop talking now, they will say, government has given him money, he cannot talk. How many have they appreciated me, say, thank you for talking to our government? Let me take more questions, Mr. PDD.
Okay, go ahead, caller, and ask the lion killer questions.
Apostle, good evening, and PDT, good evening. I just want to ask just one question, then comment also. I want to ask, are we, as an apostle, are we supposed to be scared of our life and not do the justice? Because Bible say, I've given us the spirit of, not the spirit of fear, but the spirit of boldness. If we are doing the right thing, are we supposed to be scared of our life? And to comment, what the apostle is saying is the right thing. Because in Nigeria, nobody care about anyone. Anyone can go down for anything. But the Christianity of the true gospel is not supposed to be like that. I was watching one of your programs before even he started the life. I've joined the life since then. And apostle have really tried for what he did. He tried, because in Nigeria anything is possible. Baby testimony is not the only baby who have missed from the church. We're only talking about the baby testimony because of the topic of the matter. There's many churches baby have gone missing. So many churches. You understand? And for him to go extra mile of what he did, he have really tried. No CCTV footage. He is not even the police. What is the police doing about it? If I talk about the baby testimony now, what is the police doing? So many of them. Why will the gospel of Christ, the body is supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a caban? Is it supposed to be a carcass? This is my own group of people. And I had apostle made the comment that the church where the baby testimony mother was worshiping not make any comment.
the pastor will not make any comment because the pastor feel like apostle also. Who think, what is the mother looking for in Jeremiah church that the baby got to miss? Why would the mother visit other church? No, the body of Christ is one to me. I can go to any church, I can go anywhere. I'm a winner, but I can go anywhere. I don't go to church because of Oyedepo or because of anybody. But for the love of Christ. If I'm in Nigeria, I was in Nigeria last year, I've visited like more than 4 churches for the love of Christ. If I'm fine in a place, I'm in South Africa right now, if I'm in a place and then there's no winner there, will I not worship anymore? So why are we supposed to be scared? Well, many of us are in abroad saying this thing. Apostle, sorry to say, I was with your spiritual father in America in 2017. There was a friend of mine who was having conflict with Apostle Suleman. He was the level of his anger I saw in America, in Washington. I was so amazed. This is a man I saw from distance, and I met him in the hotel without my friend, and he was so angry because of his sponsor him from South Africa. They opened a church here. There's a problem here. He went to open church for him in Dublin. There was a problem there. When the guy was involved in a problem here.
Oh, someone is calling direct. Please, people, when you call in, stick to 3 minutes. I do not have all day to listen to. Yeah, you can ask us questions. Please, you have 3 minutes.
Okay, I just want to greet all of you. You know, nobody is happy that the little child is missing. But please, let some people not use this thing to be catching a cruise by asking unnecessary questions. I think Pastor Apostle is very clear on his opinion and where he stands. At least he has submitted himself to the police. He has suffered from the police, being detained, and also make a video. Let those people who are always criticized, because even the woman who is owing me 9,000 that I paid 2017, he stole away from me. He's a fake man, but let people not blame other people to go and take their risk and die for what they don't know. So that's what I want to contribute. Thank you very much.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Okay, I've reduced the time. It's now 2 minutes for each and every caller. I greet you. Kassy is on the line.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Can I speak, please? Can I ask my question?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Well, mine is not a question. Mine is a comment and also an apology. Apostle Kassy.
Yeah. We can hear you.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay. Apostle, I want to apologize. And it's because of what had happened initially in the case. But in this interview that, you know, being conducted now, and the way you've spoken, and some things you might not have made them very clear. But if you're a smart man and you're able to read in between the lines, Apostle Kassy has said many things. You have said many things, but it also takes a very smart person to read in between the lines. That is my comment, and I apologize, like I said, because many months ago, I was not sure of your position. But with this interview, I have regained the respect I have for you. And lastly, be very careful, my brother. You have done enough left to me. Let me put it this way. You have done even more than enough. Unfortunately, the mother of this child that is missing cannot do much. But I can imagine if I was a mother, I would sleep in that church now till they produce that baby. I know they go anywhere. That's all I'm calling to say. God bless you all. Apostle, go and chill.
Thank you.
You've done well. You don't need to say much. I'm a Nigerian. I know the challenges and I know the risk you've taken so far. You don't do past yourself. God bless you. May God continue to protect you. Prophet, keep on shooting the machine guns. God bless.
I see you, brother. Thank you. Looks like us is gaining some mileage.
I want to quickly say something.
Okay, let's take this one quickly and then you will say something. Yes, you can go ahead.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. PDT.
I greet you, brother. Talk to me.
Yeah, thank you so much for your magnanimity.
Mm.
Yeah, God Almighty will enhance you, and no evil from against shall prosper.
Amen.
So what I was saying, is Kassy still listening?
He is very much listening.
But Kassy said he don't want to be involved. And why Kassy think that if he said he's afraid of because of the accord he signed with the Jeremiah team, I don't know when he was arrested. So why is he not giving us the same respect by saying that maybe testimony is not alive? You don't think that it's alive. Meaning Kassy is not afraid of us, but he's afraid of Jeremiah team because of the accord. Because of the agreement he signed that he's going to be part of the search for the testimony. But why is he now trying to get us angry by saying that he did not think that the testimony is still alive? So why is he saying that normally Kassy is a Jewish person? But why? Okay, if you say you don't want to involve, why are you now bringing yourself out? Why must it be tortoise? Because the tortoise must be in every story. You want to be in every story? Why? Since they are taking you to Aso Rock to go and send a peace accord or to go and send an agreement that you are not going to be part in the stage of the testimony, why not just leave the people that are interested to look for testimony alone? Than to come outside to say you don't think that the boy is still alive. So that is so annoying, Kassy. Don't do that. It's not nice. Meaning you are not scared of people that are testimony, but you are scared of Jeremiah, or I don't know who you are scared of that having to sign an agreement that you're not going to see. Formally, you came out peacefully. We understand that you came out with your own mind. I said now, that, okay, if Jeremiah is looking for testimony, okay, what's talking to bring out what we requested of him to bring? At least, if you are not guilty, okay, in your church, something is.
Okay, at 2 minutes, every call is going to be dropped. And Kassy, let me ask you this question that people keep raising. Are you afraid of Jeremiah Omoto?
I'm not afraid of him.
Okay, let me take this other call before you explain your position. I greet you, caller. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Okay.
You have 2 minutes.
All right. We just want to tell the man, if he's listening to me, he said he's a man of God. I want him to understand that there's nothing like a man of God. That's the first thing. And every one of them that is in Pentecostal thing in Nigeria, they're just sham and sham. First thing, the woman who asked the last question about that, also told him that there's no seniority. She's correct. All this, he has just said it that they are just this thing in Nigeria. Said that they are mafia. I'm from Nigeria. He's just one of them. Lion killer, whatever I call himself, he's one of them. No, I like him for coming out to do this, but he's one of them. Oyedepo is nothing. Adekoye is nothing. Jeremiah is nothing. Suleman is nothing. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. I don't think that was a question that you need to address or answer to. Let me take one or two more questions. How many questions can you take?
Hello?
Can you reduce the one you're watching, please? Can you reduce the one you are listening to, please? People, it's annoying when you call and you're on another call and you're watching. It's too noisy. Please, can you try to manage when you call so that there is no any other device that is playing in the background? Do you want to say something in the meantime, considering everything that has been said already? The Lion Killer.
Yeah, I want to say something. You know, Nigerians, they don't like truth. That is why God has specially anointed pastors to come and dupe them.
Okay, wait a minute. I think your connection has been interrupted. Your vocal cords and the sound is not aligned. Do you mind logging out and logging in again? His voice was not so clear. So let's wait for him to rejoin. Please, can you reduce the one you're watching me from?
Yes, I'm watching you from Ghana. I'm in Nigeria, but I'm watching you from Ghana.
Okay, can you pause the video that you're watching right now? Because I can't hear you. I can hear myself.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, Professor, I so much reverence you so much. I so much reverence you so much, and I've been following you for some time. Even there was the time you were being arrested, I didn't see you. I called to check on you, and we spoke online. And I also respected Apostle Kassy then, and then I was thinking Apostle Kassy was a genuine and a true man of God. But later I realized he's there for his money, he's there for his pocket. So immediately he become one of them. He's not acting like one of them. So if you profess, please, I beg of you, I don't want to lose my respect for you. I still respect, even when Israel, one pastor, Israel, who was trying to downgrade you, was trying to call you names, I defended you. I say you are not a saint. You might, one way or the other, you are not a saint. You are a human being. You might err one way or the other, but we still believe and we still trust in you. But if you keep working with this Apostle Kassy, I'll begin to lose my respect for you. Because we are Nigerians who know ourselves very well. Apostle Kassy is not a genuine man of God. Once you have compromised and started supporting the Jeremiah diplomacy with diplomacy, it means he's no more a genuine man of God. He has compromised himself. So I'm advising you, Apostle Kassy is not a genuine man of God. So you yourself, if you want us to adapt you, keep working with him. But if you want us to trust and believe in you, you have to desist from communicating with Apostle Kassy. He has proven to us that he's not a genuine man of God. Thank you.
Okay, let me ask you a question before you go. Are you still there? Are you still there? Let me ask you a question before you go.
Yeah.
When you say I'm working with Apostle Kassy, what exactly do you mean?
It's like sometimes when he make comments, like for your body language, you look as if you are like you agree with what he's saying.
Yeah, there are things that I agree with. There are things that he said that I agree with.
You taught us how to read between the lines. You open most of our eyes, so we'll learn from you.
Yeah.
So if you yourself are also doing some of the things we are doing, then we know you. We are trying to get where you are. Sometimes it look as if Apostle Kassy also knows some shortcuts about you, so you are afraid of him. So I don't want to. Even this guy there, he knows himself is not a compromised person.
Okay, wait. Now, take this time to listen. Take this time to listen. There are so many things that Kassy said that I agree with, to start off with. And when it comes to respect, I earn my respect. I don't beg it, and I don't ask for it, and I don't demand it. So it is up to you to respect me or not, but I'll never come and ask you to respect me or demand it from you. So there's nothing that I'm doing here.
I will still respect you.
I hear you, but the point that I want to make here is I don't want you to be emotional and I don't want you to be sentimental. The reason why we are here is because of one thing, baby testimony's case, even though it is not the reason why I brought Kassy on this platform. So if you threaten me by saying that I will lose your respect because I'm interviewing Kassy, then you are not standing on a solid ground. There is nothing that we have discussed here that has anything to do with me agreeing with everything Kassy said. I don't agree with Kassy stepping down from the case of baby testimony. And I don't agree with Kassy, labeling Jeremiah Omoto as innocent. I don't agree with Kassy saying that the baby is no longer alive. So my position is clear. Why I have brought Kassy here is so that he answers and then he clears the air as to why he left the case of baby testimony and to also explain to us his relation with Daniel's wife. So before you become emotional, be in the context of the conversation. Thank you so much, caller.
Thank you too. God bless.
More grace. So of all things, people, listen, the fight that I'm fighting for is for justice. And there's another one that even once sent me a message to say, Prof, if you don't do this, honestly speaking, you will lose my respect. A respect is earned, it's not demanded, my people. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, just 1 minute, thank you.
Yeah. You have 2 minutes.
Hello, Professor.
You have 2 minutes.
Hey, Professor, you give me 20 minutes. I don't tell her the wait here. Or anyway, I'll tell you 2 minutes, no problem. Apostle Kassy, the lion killer, the tele one of Africa. See, I want to add one title to your title. The people here that refuse to die, the old people here, that refuse to die.
I hail you too much. See, Apostle Kassy, Apostle Kassy, listen to me. You tried. Listen, I'm not a praise you here. Make body go enter your head. Make you got the cash. You got to be like a jellyfish. Listen, you tried. It's not easy. Nigeria is dead, as in dead. I know Nigeria very well. I travel there all the time. I know what it is. I know what policemen, security agents can do to you. Prof S, no Nigeria. He never feel Nigeria. You see as he fine when he fresh, that they lip, as they drink water, the lip will make like Don Bibi with it fresh. Prophet not pass, you not pass, prophet not pass you. Una you fine, he fine. But it's not your lip dry, like say you get there's a monkey when they lick when they lick line. But the thing is that the condition of Nigeria puts you in that situation. Plus that kind of condition, the people put you in prison. You know the easy. If Prof S in Nigeria, if I don't run, they will kill him. And if I don't run, leave the matter, or they will kill him. You understand? We know the way Nigeria play their game. But all the same we do, me, I'm not here to come and be telling you, asking you a question or the other. The only question I'm asking you by picker. That's me. Because I know say all this Bible, many of them, I'm not saying the Bible say
2 minutes. 2 minutes is up, my brother.
Wait, Prophet, wait. The Bible is a good book, but a lot of life inside.
You see why I give people 2 minutes. Now you are getting into the Bible and you're saying the Bible lies.
Okay, I know that I'll go verse you. Wait, listen, Prophet. Cool down. Nigeria will matter you talk.
No, 2 minutes is up. 2 minutes strictly. I'm not going to extend any time more than 2 minutes. And let me tell people something. I'm not here to go to Nigeria and fight this case. My own is to advocate and inspire people in Nigeria to fight for baby testimonies justice. I started very good and we are still very good. At one point, we inspired Kassy to stand up and voice out and start advocating for baby testimonies justice. We're getting to a point whereby we are going to have foot soldiers. Don't let this narrative scare people away that Nigeria, you can't do this. Why can't we do this in Nigeria? Why can't people stand up in Nigeria? Why can't people fight for justice in Nigeria? All that madness has to be thrown away. And my own is to inspire Nigerians to fight for justice, to stand for justice. I believe the unity of people can bring down any evil regime. So people stop spreading this narrative that when you are in Nigeria, you can't do this. When you are in Nigeria, when are you going to change that? Because I want to ask you this question. You say that you fear for your safety and you are afraid they will come and harm you. For how long is this going to be? Is this the world, the Nigeria, that you wish your child to grow up in? A Nigeria where someone cannot freely express themselves, where people cannot fight for justice. If we do not stand up now and defend the integrity of humanity, for how long do you wish to stay in the shadows? I'm challenging you as a brother. For how long do you wish to stand in the shadows and accept the normal Nigeria now that is broken? The Nigeria now that supports the injustice people, the Nigeria now that supports the oppressors. What about those that are vulnerable, like Sister Ruth Methu, that do not have people to stand for them? Who's going to fight for them? Babies like baby testimony, who's going to stand for them? Because everyone is afraid to be arrested. Everyone says my safety, my own. People must come back to Nigeria. Who's going to do it then? You are the leaders of tomorrow. Every leader that you see today, they went through prison to fight the oppressors. The price of freedom and the price of justice is very steep to pay. And my question to you, Apostle Kassy, why are you not willing to pay that price? And if you do not want to pay that price to disintegrate these systems of injustice, for how long do you think the society will be maintained as broken as it is? Who's going to do it if you don't do it?
Thank you. Let me answer your questions and answer more questions. Number one, you can see we already have a bad government. And in 2023 election, we are making sure we get it right because the head is already bad. So now, I remember when I was arrested, the policeman asked me, do I know why I was arrested? I said no. He brought the issue of CCTV camera footage. If I did a video about it, he was investigating me. I said yes. He said, what did I say? I told him exactly what I said. He asked me a question, which rights do I have to ask for CCTV camera footage? That was what the policeman asked me. I told the policeman that I am the Deputy Commissioner of Nigeria Crime View. This is my ID card. It can be verified. I'm the Deputy Commissioner of Nigeria Crime View against hazard and other crime. I showed him this ID card. You know what he said? He looked at the ID card, he looked at it, look at it, and he said, who gave me the ID card? I told him the name of my commander. He said I should call that one. I called that one, and that one said yes. And he asked that one, who authenticates this ID card? And the person told him it was the CP, the IG. And he asked a question, who made me the Deputy Commissioner? And he told them that the IG and the CP signed for it. You know what they asked me? They said I should present the CAC of this Nigeria Crime View. And my ID card were seized. And when I came to Benin, I brought the CAC. It was printed out. The one that AIG and whatsoever, everything is signed. I submitted it to them. You know what I did? They looked at it and seized my ID card. And they never said anything about it. They never told me, oh, congratulations, you have the right to investigate this issue. But I still went for it. After everything, they gave me my ID card and others. I don't want to go deep into that. Nigeria's problem. Why am I saying this, Prof. X? If we must get it right, it is the right time for Nigerians to start appreciating the little ones we are doing as a Nigeria. There are a lot of hate. People hate me because of Apostle Suleman. People hate me because of Prof. X. People hate me because of this. People hate me because of that. That will not lead us to anywhere. That is why I keep saying that anything that is happening to Nigerians now, they deserve it. Do you know that there are real men of God who don't arrange miracles? They preach the word of God genuinely. Yet, if they are on Facebook Live, people don't watch them. People don't sow seed. People don't pay offering. But let the fake man of God arrange miracle, arrange prophecy. You will see thousands of you paying tithe, sowing seed, believing on miracle that does not exist. How do you expect Nigeria to become a better place? So don't you feel that, okay, you don't appreciate the real man of God, you appreciate the fake one. So anything you see, you bear it. Are they not church, with all due respect? There are churches in I think Awuchi or whatsoever where Ruth Matthew came from. But she left there, she went to another church. I don't want to go into all that. I want to say this, that we Nigerians, let us come out strong and have one mind. Let's correct what is happening in the body of Christ. I'm a pastor. I'm not in support of fake miracles. I'm not in support of arranging of miracles. And that is why till today I can call you Mr. PDD. I will greet you. How are you doing? I will laugh over your video. I will go. I have never one day tell you to pull down any video. And I've never one day tell you this is the video you should post and the video you should not post. Even when you come out to insult my father in the Lord, I look at it, I laugh, and I forget about it. If my father in the Lord is telling me, they say Prof. S was insulting me, I say, now so the guy matter bill, this and this. That is me for you. I've remained neutral. If I'm a bad guy, I will be attacking you anytime you attack my father in the Lord. But I believe there is a reason why God has sent you, so that there can be sanity in the body of Christ, which we are getting there closely. But we need to work on the leader. A leader, have you ever seen the government carry that investigation on the issue of baby testimony? No. But if anybody want to try, the person will be arrested, placed behind bar. No matter how much you have, nobody want to know if you are coming out or not. And I believe if we get it right, all these Chinaginas pastors will go to hiding. Thank you very much.
Okay, there are quite a lot of people that are still calling, that still want to ask you questions, but I have held you here for almost 3 hours now. We are gunning to 3 hours, and I'm sure you also have some things that you probably want to attend to. I don't know if you can still hear me. Maybe there'll be need for a round 2 for us to go deep into issues and allow you to explain certain things that you would wish to explain to people. But let me just throw, last questions or last few 2 questions to you. How do you think we can find baby testimony, or how do you think we can know what happened to baby testimony in your own view before we let you go?
If I tell you how to find baby testimony, will not be good on a public space.
It will not be good on a public space. It might lead you to implicating yourself in things that you are probably not supposed to say.
Maybe it might lead for people changing their tactics.
But okay, so are you trying to say you know some information that can help us to know or to find baby testimony? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know any information, but I just said, if I know, I will not say it on a public space, because the people who are with baby testimony, they are watching, they are following. So any idea you bring, they follow it. So if anybody have suggestion how to get baby testimony, should be done off media space to enable them changing tactics.
Okay, so do you wish to say anything to conclude this this broadcast, or do you still have time to answer to questions, or should we do this in a round 2?
We got to do round 2 about it. Before I go, I want to thank all Nigerians. I want to appreciate all those who understand my point of view. I want you to know that I am not in a support of Ruth Matthew being oppressed, arrested, and I'm not in a support for the CCTV camera footage not to be released. And I want to say anything that will lead to the whereabouts of baby testimony, I want to say I am 100% in support of it. And I want to say every day we pray that one day we get to see baby testimony. My prayers, but like I said, some people are angry. Why will I said I don't think the baby is still alive? When the time comes, you will know why I said that. Because it's okay. By the grace of God, what God cannot do does not exist. It's alive. Okay, let's take that. It's alive. That's what they want to hear. They like hearing, Nigeria like hearing what they want to hear, not what is the truth. They just want you to come here and insult Omoto, insult everybody, say he's a bastard. The child is with Omoto. They'll say, yeah, Kassy, correct, Kassy, correct. But it's okay, let's leave everything to the hand of the Chuku Abiyama.
But remember, whether baby testimony is alive or is no more, we still need to know what happened. So there is no any situation or scenario that will exonerate Omoto Fofana and Mercy City from answering as to what happened to baby testimony. If there's anything that happened to the little boy, we still need an account of how he was abducted in the first place. If baby testimony is still alive, we still need an account of how he was taken from Mercy City in the first place. Whether he's there or no more. If they say he's no more, they must be able to show us his remains. They must be able to show us
with Prophet Jeremiah and get up
where they laid him to rest.
Can you hear Mr. PDD? I will appreciate. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I will appreciate if you can have one-on-one or three-way talk with Prophet Jeremiah and hear his own side of the story. There are a lot of things happening right now which I might not be allowed to speak about. But I think, Daniel, has exposed some of these things. There were people who were pursuing this case of baby testimony,
Okay.
while some people was telling them.
Hold on. Yeah, you can proceed now. You can proceed now.
Okay. There were people who were pursuing baby case testimony case.
Okay, stop a bit, please. Your voice, your vocal cords and your lip sync is not synchronizing. So you might as well, log out and rejoin again, so that we hear, your last words. And Kassy was saying that he wishes if I can have a one-on-one with the Omoto. The problem is the likes of Omoto, the first thing that they think if you ask them questions or if you reach out to them. Okay, I wanted to respond to the suggestion that you gave that you must reach out to Omoto. There's a problem here. The likes of Omoto, the moment you reach out to, I told you I sent them a message, Omoto and Ken. Do you know the first thing that probably rings in their mind when they receive a message from Mr. PDT? Mr. PDT wants to blackmail us. Mr. PDT probably wants money. There is nothing that I want from Omoto. There is no kobo that I want from Omoto. He might have been made to believe by Doris Ogala that, by the narrative that have been painted, that Mr. PDT wants. There's nothing that I want from Omoto for fame. It could have been a good thing for us to hear Omoto's side of the story. His silence is what has pushed us to the stage where we are today, of asking and assuming all the things that we are assuming. When I look at these people, I don't see them as big as other people see them. When I look at all these DDGOs, regardless of the thousands and millions of people that they command, that's not how I see them. I see them as ordinary people. Because according to me, at the foot of the cross, we are all equal. There's no superior, as you said. There's no inferior. I believe we are all equal. That's why I do not have a title that I respect or title that I feel like I hold in a special regard. Between me and God, there's only Christ. I don't believe in the DGOs. I don't believe in prophets. I don't believe in prophetesses. I don't believe in all that. I believe the only way to God is through Christ. That's why many people can be offended. Even you, I don't believe that you are a true man of God. And I don't say this to offend you. I just say this so that you can understand my position, even when we are having a conversation. That there is no anything spiritual that you can tell me that can make sense to me, because I believe you're all cut from the same cloth. I believe you're all just doing this for your stomach. I believe you're all just doing this to cash out and lie to people that you are hearing from God and pretend as if God is having a serious communication with you. So you can go ahead and explain what you're trying to explain about. Okay, let me ask you a question first. Do you believe that everything Daniel said in his confession or whatever that he was saying was all false because he lied about the death of his wife?
Daniel, like I said, Daniel is Satan incarnate. Daniel is working for somebody. Very soon you will know. There's no truth in Daniel. Daniel is trying to use the evidence on ground to create a trust so that he can actually end his mission. That is why he never knew that the people he was coming to deal with are intelligent people. So he felt, do you see the day he lost his wife, how that man acted as if it was real? He placed his hand on his head. Look at him, he always make calls on a dark background. The room must be always dark. Do you see when that guy was lying on my head, what he said? When he was lying on my head, he said, Kassy, no. Kassy is having something with my wife. Kassy even sent my wife money. Ask Kassy. Kassy cannot deny it. I even have the voice note. I even have it. Do you see the confidence of when Daniel lies? That is to tell you he's on a mission, but he was not mature to handle it very well. So he messed everything up.
But what about you wanted to make a point earlier before you got cut off? Yeah, now I can hear myself again.
Again?
I'm sure someone is calling you. Yeah, I believe someone is trying to call his phone. That's why there is an interruption. Someone is saying, if Jeremiah was innocent, why he never came out since, and why did he arrest Kassy when he mentioned the CCTV footage? So let's have the lion killer in our last session and hear what he has to say.
Like I do say, let Nigeria appreciate men of God. There are real men of God. But because Nigeria like miracle, prophecy, they will neglect the people who are called by God and run after the ones who are not even called by God. Even the ones who are called by God have seen that, oh, if I need to arrange miracles for people to still know that I am called by God. So they will add man's knowledge to help God so that they can meet up to the standard of the world. That is what is happening. If Nigerians do appreciate real men of God, I can assure you that these fake ones will close very soon. That is all for today. That is all for now. I'm exhausted and I don't want to say more so that I don't go and say what I'm not supposed to say. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, Mr. Lion Killer, thank you for coming through and for answering the question that you had to answer. We'll check you out on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. More grace.
Yes.
I salute you.
We'll check him out. I love hearing that.
Okay.
Greetings, people. My name is Mr. Pulitri.
My name is Mr. Pulitri. Yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. No, I appreciate your time, brother, for coming through to iron out some few things and to just answer some few questions. Please do connect me with some Omoto's media team or the people that you said might have answers to some of the questions that we have. We'll be very glad to also have an interaction with them so that they don't think we are after them or we want to, we're not trying here. We're not trying to bring enmity here. That's why I've allowed you to express yourself. And there are so many people now that see you in a different light simply because you have expressed yourself and explained your position. That's the very same thing we are expecting from this case of baby testimony. We are not trying to put them in a corner so that they don't have an opportunity to express themselves. We also want to hear from them why they think Ruth Matthew is lying, why they think Ruth Matthew is this, and stuff like that. So it will be an honor and it will be a pleasure for us to have a discussion with them along that subject so that this whole issue can be settled amicably. And at the end of the day, if it leads us to finding baby testimony, we'll still say, oh, glory must still go to God. But thank you, brother, for coming through. I hope you stay safe.
Thank you.
All right. So that was Kassy Chuku. That was joining us here, the former lion killer, as I call them. Because the reason why I say he's a former lion killer is simply because of his discharge from the case of baby testimony. I think we've been here for quite a long time, 3 hours now, clock still ticking. I appreciate all of you that have joined in. And you let me know what you think. I hope you have liked. And if you have not yet subscribed to this platform, please do so. Maybe let me take 2 or 3 calls before I conclude, before I sign out, before I let you guys have a rest. I know some will still have to go and watch this video all over again, but I still have some more information that I still have to present and bring to your attention. But for now, do like the video, do share the video, and tell me what you think about what the lion killer just said. I'll just take a few calls before I drop down. I greet you. Talk to me.
Good evening, Professor, and I greet everyone in the building.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask Apostle Kassy some questions because he, according to his statements, that through Kassy and got to know about baby testimony when he's advocating for the CCTV footage. It was through Kassy, the old thing got viral. And now that you are saying that there is a criminal, that means in Nigeria, the pastors are the criminals. Because if you remember vividly, when there was not too much churches, there was not too much at the GO. Nigeria is not a risk at this time. But this time, it's more risk by different at the GO, different churches, different branches have become risk in Nigeria. The damage that is in Nigeria have been caused by all these called the jails. That's what I wanted to ask Kassy. And he also contradicted himself in many of his words there. And you said you was advocating for the testimony, and you got arrested, and you don't want to involve again because you don't have security. Then if you don't have security, according to you, you don't have bulletproof. And Apostle Suleman happened to be your spiritual father. Apostle Suleman, you can hide under his security. The Apostle Suleman has security, he has bulletproof, and he has whatsoever that even police in Nigeria does not even have. He has everything, more than the police, more than the soldiers in Nigeria. If you don't have security, Apostle, I'm not calling you Apostle, you are blogger Kassy. You're so good in blogging, not Apostle. So don't come here to lie to anybody. And nobody will take that shit from you. Because we are tired of Nigerian pastors. How do we get here? I'm from Edo State. The same way, Captain also, I wanted to ask him a question. I'm from Edo State also. So how do Nigeria get to this place that we have today? How do we get here? What's happening in Nigeria? Because Nigeria, the problem we have in Nigeria is too much churches, too much that the GO will also cover this damage of these people that they call themselves fake pastors. If you look at the government is not ruling Nigeria. Who is ruling Nigeria is what's called the GO. The Nomoto and all. They are the one that are using our police, using our courts, using everything. What government is doing? Any government that comes to Nigeria that will not start from the church, he's not ready to repair Nigeria. The only government that will come supposed to start from the churches. Because too much of these are supposed to be under the government.
Thank you, my sister.
That's what I wanted to ask Apostle Kassy.
Oh, he's gone.
So God bless you.
But thank you,
Mr. President. People put in the trigger. We are hearing you. God bless you.
Stay safe. Okay, let me just address one or two things, or let me just take this last caller. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
I greet you.
Apostle, let me use my 2 minutes, Pastor, I beg.
You have only 2 minutes, but Apostle is no longer on live now. He has already gone.
Oh, okay, shall I wait or call back?
Yeah, wait and call back.
No, Professor, you keep my call. Put the call. I'll wait. Put him now. Go get to this
no, I'll pick your call. I'm receiving a lot of calls. He's not coming back now. He'll probably come on the round 2. But now he's gone for good.
Let me send the message. Maybe you will stop. Maybe you will hear the message later.
Yeah, you can send it.
Apostle, this is for you. Let me use my 2 minutes. Apostle, point of correction. You say people in diaspora, why can't they come to Nigeria to fight this fight? Do you know that with our voice, Nigeria have lost a lot of things, economically, socially. Nobody will let you come and do business with Nigerians because they are all thief and evil. Nobody will let you come and do holiday. I'm talking of other people to come to do holiday or make friends in Nigeria or want to visit Nigeria because of all what they be hearing on telly. So if you think that we advocating here, we can't come to Nigeria, what we are doing is even more bigger than what you are doing in Nigeria. So don't go there. Don't look down on people in the diaspora that they can't come to Nigeria and fight the fight. We are not supposed to be there. What we are doing is even more better than what you did over there. Only you said it with your mouth that since prophetess has helped us out to bring all these things out, people are no more doing fake miracles. When you were there, were you able to stop the fake miracle before? So respect the diasporas and respect prophetess. Don't come and start using your nonsense sense here. Then the other one is Apostle. Apostle, how many times I call you? Apostle. You've already lost your respect for you to support Suleman. And don't forget, all what you are doing, people are watching you. You already were talking about Stephanie. You came with the bound gates. I mean, is this Stephanie or what about the girl in with Apostle with what's that name again?
Is it Stephen
Otobo? Yeah. Stephen Otobo, you came, you are defending your guy. Now they talk about celebrities, no 4, no 5, no 10, no 8, almost 100. Your own pastor has slept with. You can't even hide your face. You still came out and start talking. The same you that they saw in the hotel. He's able to hide your face and respect yourself and pray for forgiveness. You will come and debone as if you're somebody important. We are nobody. Do not ever play with people in diaspora or people that is advocating for this testimony. Our voice is going a long way. Whether I like it or not, Nigeria have lost in economically. Whether I like it or not, Nigeria have lost out in socially. So that's my message for you. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. My people, I'm also now exhausted. We've hit 3 hours already. I'm going to join you again, I think, after it's already 7 around here. I think around 9 or so. And we have a conversation along something. Let me just take one last call and we sign out. I greet you. Talk to me.
Yeah, my brother. I'm calling from UK, my brother. I'm not Kassy.
Kassy is no more here. Kassy is gone already.
I know. But it will be hearing my question, but you won't go off. The only thing I did wrong is that when he said he was fighting for Jesus, he was fighting for baby testimony. As a Christian, Jesus Christ lays his life for us. Yeah. Why can't he stay in that prison for 4 or 5 months? If you know he's fighting for us, because someone has to stand up and fight for this justice. Supposing Kassy was there for 20 days, no matter what Chantel, all these people, they will rise up and fight for him. But he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to lay for.
Oh, there's people. Why are people calling me direct though? People should stop calling direct. They must call via WhatsApp. Last caller, talk to me. Okay, no connection. My people, I think this is it. We're going to continue on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. I thank you all for joining me in. I thank you all for standing in through and asking all the questions that you were asking. As for now, what I want to say is I'm going to check you out on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger. I'm out.